T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, people, and welcome back to another live match reaction. Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. A very good win for the Reds. Another 3 points, closing the gap. We're now up to second in the league. Can't ask for much else. Couple of negatives for me before I jump over to the boys. Ox's injury. Hopefully it's not a long one. Hopefully he's all right. Still think we're lacking in the clinical area a little bit. I think we could be a little bit more clinical. And third and foremost, again, not to nitpick, but Milner coming on. I genuinely do believe that could have been Nico Williams or Gomez who got some minutes there. I don't think that had to be Milner coming on. But again, that's me nitpicking. I would have liked to have seen Gomez get some minutes or Nico Williams get a few more minutes. I don't think Milner needs the minutes as such. But look, 3-0 at home to Brentford. 3 points. Cannot complain. Matt, before I come to you, got a couple of housekeeping stuff to do. So guys, please do smash the like button. But also I got a shout out to the brother Imran. It's his birthday today, so big up Imran.
Big up.
And also for the person who scored the third goal, big up to the one, the only Taki Minamino as well. Big up Minamino on his birthday, 27th.
Happy birthday.
Right. So Matt Drift, thoughts on the game? Negatives, positives, what we saying?
I want to get the negative out of the way first, just like you, because I want the rest of it to be positive. Negatives a little bit I saw today was I thought Curtis Jones had a good game, but there was a couple of times when he was holding on to the ball a little bit too much, even though I agree with Drift, that's his style of play, and I'm cool with that. It's just that sometimes, though, you got to release it. Our midfield, we still lack that little bit, not even a little bit, we still lack creativity, which you could still see, even though we scored the goals. And to be fair, we did get lucky, especially with the third goal, because that was bad from Brentford. Jota's not on form either. Jota could have had 2 today. Should have definitely had at least 1 when it was like 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper. But that's just me kind of nitpicking if I wanted like the perfect kind of like, performance. And again, this is so far from our first team. So you kind of are going to get these little gripes. So big up to the players, though, because when you actually think about it, it wasn't even about how we play, so to speak. It was about getting those 3 points. And I'm just grateful that we got the 3 points because it's our first win, I think, in about a month now in the Premier League. And we were starving for 3 points. So I'm glad that we kind of got that winning feeling back. And I hope that it carries on now for the weeks ahead, bro.
Jeff?
Yeah, just want to quickly give a shout out to Denzel Washington, aka Rafa Benitez. Big up your damn self, bro. Inside man comes in,
Rafa.
ruffles the foundations, mashes up the place, and then leaves with a severance.
I love it.
Man, like Agent Rafa, I think he walks away with something like 20 mil. So a man like Agent
No,
Rafa.
we don't get 20 mil.
Well, he was on about 9 mil a season, and he
There's
signed
no
a 3-year
way.
deal.
If Rafa's getting 20 mil, that's crazy. There's
Well,
no
he
way.
was on 9 mil a season, and if you get sacked, they've got to pay you off your whole contract, right? He's only 6 months into a 3-year deal.
Surely not.
I don't know how much he was
I
getting.
mean, that's not. I'm not saying facts about how much he got, but he was on 9 mil a year. So
I tell you what, if Rafa's gone and
That's
bagged
a
20
lot,
mil,
man.
you gotta
He has bagged them differently.
oh,
man.
so people are saying it's around 12 mil. That means they must have come to an agreement then. But he still walked
That's
away
still
with a
not
bag
bad.
of money.
That's not bad.
That's crazy, man.
He still walked away with a bag of money, bro. So there you go.
Crazy, man.
Jeez.
I'm not gonna lie. If you're sacking me, I'm not taking a severance, or like I'm not having like a talk where you can convince me. I want every penny you were supposed to pay me out of that
Oh,
contract.
yeah. Unless you've done something crazy behind the scenes, then yeah, I want the whole payment.
But anyway, 12 mil is still ridiculous. And I think Rafa should ride off into the sunset now. I think he's 67 years old. I know he's not too old for management, but I think he should just leave his style and his legacy where it was now. And just, I know he might get bored, but he's nearly 70. Like, I think he should chill out now and just take that money and just,
Are you
what I
sure
mean?
Rafa's 70?
He's 67. I'm sure that's what they said when they were talking about him being let go.
I don't know.
61, bro.
Oh, it is.
61.
I was thinking
Yeah.
70 is a bit old
Oh,
for
okay.
Rafa. Though. He looks it.
Either I
maybe.
misheard or they got it wrong then. But yeah, maybe he's got a couple more years left then. But, you know, at the same time, I think he's still like Mourinho and that, like, it ain't really that good in the day and age now. Although, I don't know how Everton thought he was going to be able to do well with 2 million worth of transfers and then all them injuries they had. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about the scum. I actually disagree a little bit with Matt on the Curtis Jones thing.
I
don't really think Curtis Jones had a good game. Okay. I thought we were getting the negatives out, innit? So I thought I was just
just negatives of the game.
I agree with you that Milner didn't need to come on. Milner's played way too much football as it is, and then you bring him on again. Do you know what I mean? And the Ox injury, man, I really cringed when I watched how it happened. And then we got a brief bit of hope because he walked off and it looked like he was going to be all right. And then he did a little test on the thing and he just looked at the physio and went, no, he just shook his head up, for fuck's sake. And you know what? The way he played in the game, he would be very useful in that Arsenal game, in my opinion. So now we've got another issue again. If we'd have lost, I would have been livid. But I never celebrated the win. I don't know if I'm contradicting myself there, but like,
I celebrated the win, bro.
I celebrated the goals, but like at the end, it was kind of like, you're damn right. That's what we should have done. Thank God we didn't mess up, rather than it being like, yeah, like I would usually be when I feel that feeling of like, but I don't know, maybe relief will do that to you. Because if we'd have lost today, boy. But yeah, those are the negatives I wanted to get out of the way.
Ox's injury is a big one as well.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Considering for me, it's the timing as well. It was very unfortunate because he literally just rolled his own ankle. You know, he was walking, and it's like he slightly like just bumped into the defender, but it's like he rolled his own ankle. It's so innocuous, yeah.
He stood on his own foot, Matt. Almost. That's what it looked like.
No, he rolled it. You know, so he rolled his own ankle. So I've done that before.
No. I mean, like it looked like he stood on his own foot, and then in trying to like adjust his feet, that was when he rolled his ankle. Like that's what it looked like. You know, like when the defender bounced him, it was like he was walking, bounced into him, stood on his own foot, and then like his ankle went. It was the most innocuous bloody thing, innocuous, man.
So he's out, and obviously we still got Origi that's out as well. And even though
Monkey King said Origi might be available for Arsenal.
Yeah, but that's a big might. That's a big might as well.
Miracles don't work like that for Liverpool, do they?
Klopp spoke about Origi in his press conference, and he's like, "Yeah, it looks more positive," but he never said like, "Oh, it should be back this week." That's why I'm still. I'm still worried about even Origi coming back. So that's Origi and Ox, two players with pace that are still out or Ox obviously could be out. We don't know how long Ox can be out for. Ox might be back, but I don't know, man. It's like we're really these are just the negatives, by the way. We're really getting stretched. Don't get me wrong, I'm gassed over the win, and we're getting to player ratings and all that. And I'm gassed that we just got the win. But the issues are starting to pile up now with the injuries, bro. I can't even lie. It's a bit concerning. That's the only concern.
Cal, I said to Matt off screen, but I'm man enough to say it on screen as well. Absolutely no disrespect to any Egyptians in the building. I love you all. But when that equalising goal went in last night, there was a part of me that went, yeah, let's have it. Mo will be back soon.
Do you know what? I didn't, you know. Shall I tell you what it is?
I did. I was like, no. I get why you would.
No, I get why you say that, but shall I tell you what it is? I actually want to see Mane, Mo, or Keita win this competition. I genuinely do. They're one of ours, isn't it? I want to see one of them win it.
I hear that. You know what, though? Again, with all due respect to any of the Egyptians in the building, they're not good enough to win it. I don't think they'll win it. Like I don't think they'll win it.
Looking at
how they're not playing well enough to win it.
I don't think they'll win it.
Nigeria look really good so far. I'm not gonna lie. Iheanacho, like he's looked very, very lively in the first couple of games. Like
he does this in Prem, to be fair. It's just that sometimes he gets overlooked, innit?
Shall I be honest with you? I'm not saying, and again, before anyone goes crazy, I'm not saying I want him at Liverpool, but we see how we do the false nine, and we like our striker to drop deep and create space and create. Iheanacho does that very well, you know.
Remember when
his passing is very underrated.
No, it is. Do you remember when I said
he's a good player, man?
He is. Do you remember when I said who's his
Pep
playing
would love
style
him right now, you know?
Who's his playing style? Remind you.
Pep knows he let him go too soon.
Yes, he's kind of like a star. I've said this like 2-3 years ago, and everyone was like, "He ain't no." I was like, "No, he's not Sturridge, but his playing style." Because Sturridge, even though he's out and out striker, Sturridge used to drop deep into pockets like that. You know, Sturridge is whatever he wanted to be. A bit like Iheanacho, he just plays the game.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Because I'd probably say maybe not a naturally gifted ability, but just in terms of effectiveness, he's just as good as Jesus.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's a bit mad that they got rid of him to bring in Jesus. And if you really deep it, Iheanacho can do for City what Jesus does. So it was a bit like...
Yeah, if you want to do the false 19, he can do it better than Jesus. However, if you're talking... Because like they're trying to convert Jesus, it seems like to a winger, or maybe they just don't trust him. He's like he will work his socks off on the flank. That's what they're mainly using for.
I see City getting rid of Jesus, you know.
I can see them upgrading on him. I think there's a player there.
Maybe because he wants to play every week. Because Jesus should really play every week. He's good enough. He should be at a club.
I think
where
he should be playing for the centre, and you've got to trust him.
Yeah. Jesus is good. He is.
I think he's good, bro.
I do think he's a bit overrated, though. If I'm going to be honest, I think he's good, but I think he's overrated.
If Jesus went to a team like Leicester, he'd be an absolute bad boy. If you get I think if he was at a club where he was playing. See, Arsenal, I think he'd do really well at Arsenal if he's playing every week. If he's playing week in, week out up front for Arsenal, he'd do really well.
Yeah, Jesus is
Man United, I think he'd do really well if he played up front for Man United. I think it's just the way City play might be the only team that kind of don't play him the way he would play well, if you get what I mean. Do you see what I mean? Like, I think any other good team, Juve, if you went to a team like that, I think you'd bat it up. I think he's just unfortunate. The only club that play like they don't need a striker, so it's kind of like, you know. But
cool. I'm gonna get through some of these super chats and comments. Shout out to Kadir. Great result. Can't believe it wasn't televised. Philip Coutinho was on fire too. Great weekend for me.
I'm gonna save the Coutinho stuff for tomorrow because Cal might need another.
I will
day.
address
we'll adjust that tomorrow, innit?
Yeah. Elisa says good win, but real quick, Cal, if Coutinho top bin that ball that was laid off to him, but Ramsey got in the way, that would have been it for you. Yeah, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle as well. Still, Monkey King says, Kopish, how many we winning in Drift Jan Drift?
Yeah, I was wrong, and I'll always take being wrong. Let's not get ahead of ourselves in terms of we still got 3 more games left in January though, and today's performance with us getting injured and stuff, it's not looking like we're back or we're great again. But let's just take this win, you know, and take into consideration Southampton beat them 4-0 the other day, so maybe they are just in worse form than we really thought they were. And then let's see how I go on Thursday in the Arsenal game, innit? But yeah, good win.
Dave's LFC chats. Make sure you go and follow Dave's LFC chats, people. A big
Big up,
win
Dave.
for the Reds. Wasn't top notch, but I will take it. Facts, I agree with
100%.
that. 1892 Reds podcast. Make sure you check them out as well. Good win today, lads. Indeed, it was. Another brother of the channel, Saint LFC TV.
Alright, what's going
Check
on,
him
Saint?
out.
What's going
Subscribe.
on, brother?
Smash the like, guys. Indeed, please do smash the like. Over
Indeed.
900 strong in there. Let's get up to 700 likes minimum, please, guys. Quickly
Trust
scroll
me.
up, like, and then you're back in the live chat. It really helps the channel grow. Rahil says, I've said this before that I just don't think Curtis has it, but today he proved me wrong. He was wicked. Jota should just be central. He doesn't offer much wide. Bobby's pace evaporated. Fabinho was sick. I'm happy.
I think I agree with everything that he just said.
Same here. Same.
I don't think he was sick.
He
Who?
played
Curtis?
well. Curtis played well, but again, remember I said I was nitpicking, but he played well though. Played well.
He was okay. There was quite a
Yeah.
few things I was disappointed with him
Because he's
today.
holding on to the ball. I think there's times.
No,
where
it was more the
lay it off.
decision he was making, Matt.
I think
it was
but he holds
if
on
he
to
We'll
the
get to it.
ball.
We'll get to it, boys.
yeah,
We'll get
yeah,
to it.
we'll get to.
Yeah.
Mr. Darcy says, I truly believe we can easily win every game 5 to 10-0, but we're just so wasteful. Just imagine if we had a certain Norwegian. Hopefully, Thiago's back. Been saying it. Been saying it. Mr. Darcy just says, would you rather a two midfielders,
midfields?
or 2 forwards, or 3 midfielders and 1 forward, Elliot right wing? 2 midfielders, 2 forwards for me personally.
Yeah, same. Bit of balance.
Jamrock says, happy for the win, not impressed by performance, honestly. Fair enough. Don't
I
think
hear
it was
that.
poor.
Yeah, defense. I mean, performance are great.
Remus
We're
says,
huffing and
did you
puffing.
see Matip's dribble through Brentford's defense? He does this every game he
does.
plays. What
Listen.
he does. Yeah.
You know what? Me and Matt was on the phone when he did that, yeah? And
Goes
even
on
though the
adventure,
replay
what's
showed
that?
that the guy got a block on it, I said to Matt, if he had Daniel Agger or Reese's level of shooting ability, he'd actually be the best player in the world. Because to be that good of a defender and then to be able to do Messi-like
Yeah.
dribbles, if he could just pack it in when he got to the end of that
Bro,
run, he'd
I'm
be the
telling
best
you.
player in the world.
I'm telling you, bro. It's like, and again, and that's a throwback to Daniel Agger because you see, if Daniel Agger obviously had to be fit, but played in this era today and done what he used to do in our system where we play a halfway line, and he's allowed that freedom to, and he can shoot like that. Daniel Agger will be absolutely sensational for us if we had him.
I think
in
it's more
today's game.
decision making from Matip that he doesn't shoot more often. He always looks to lay it off as opposed
Because he
to
knows he
shoot.
can't, Cal. But if he
He's
had
not the
that John
greatest,
Arne
yeah.
shot, he would let it go,
Facts.
bruv. I'm
If he
telling
had
you,
Agger
bruv.
shooting, he'd have
He
more
would
confidence.
let it go,
He'd have
bruv.
confidence.
He's the most
I said to
underrated
Matt straight
defender in the
away,
league.
don't let Matt do any more defensive training. He's already goated at that. I would have him in shooting practice every week. That's all I would be doing. I just have
Let
Matip
Reece
in
teach
shooting
him.
practice.
I'm not going to
He's
lie
the
to you,
goat.
yeah. I genuinely think Matip is the most underrated defender
in world
in
football.
the Premier League.
I was going
maybe-
to say in world football.
Maybe even so, bro.
So I don't think he's
Matt,
regarded.
what did I say when we was watching the game? He's the best centre back in the league. No
yeah,
cap.
yeah, you did.
He's
did.
the best
yeah,
centre back in the league.
Yeah.
No cap.
Yeah, there's easily an argument to be made. It's
He's
so
the
mad
guy, man.
because the guy is sensational. He does it week in, week out, and it's the fittest he's been as well. And he's carried on this form for time. Like he probably has one bad game every 20 games, if that. Remember the last time we went, Matip had a real stink and he let us down.
I only
don't
think
really
he
let
has
us
bad
down.
games when the whole team has a bad game, and then it's like he's not being singled out. It was just he
But I
didn't
don't even
play
think
well.
he has bad games. He just maybe not as
No,
good
West
as-
Ham he was bad. He was really bad at West Ham.
But would
So
you
was the
have
whole team, though,
pinpointed
to be
it?
fair.
Yeah, the
But
whole
again,
team. Would
yeah,
you
that's what I
pinpointed
mean.
him, though?
We're never giving other people 8s and 9s, and Matip got a 4. It'll only be the team was crap and he played crap.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
get what I
yeah,
mean?
course,
so that
course,
means
course,
everyone
course.
else is probably dragging him down
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But yeah.
Jamrock says, Matt, I agree with you on Jones, like fully agree. Big up to Conroy Talks. Make sure you go and check out Conroy
All right,
Talks.
big up
channel as
Conrad. What's
well.
going on, bro?
Jesus has 88 goals and 43 assists in 219 games. Very good return. He has got
That
very
is good.
That is
That is
good.
good.
Yeah.
So he's even doing well when he's not even playing as regularly or starting all the
Mm.
time. So yeah.
Scoop says Iheanacho, Patrick Schick, Alexander Isak, and Cuckoo or Vlahovic for Liverpool. I know who Matt's going for.
Oh, have you just got to pick one?
Yeah.
Oh no. He says, "Oh, in that show shit." Yeah. Oh, so all of them.
Only
Or just
pick one.
Vlahovic.
Which one would
No,
you
you can
want
only
as
pick
our
one. You can only pick
striker?
one.
As our striker, but Nkuku's not a. See, Nkuku's not a striker though, so I don't know why. Big up Scoop though. I wouldn't put. If we're just doing strikers, I'll probably go with
Maybe Isak,
either
you know.
Iniacho or Isak. I think for the style of play, I think Isak for me is more of your kind of. What's the word I'd say?
I think Klopp would like
He's
him more than
different.
any of the others.
Yeah, he's like a
More
young Ibra.
flexible.
He's like a young Ibra, like the way he plays, very technical, like gangly, but also kind of strong. Maybe him or Iheanacho, I think. But in terms of just another player outside the striker, in obviously Nkuku, but he ain't a striker, so I wouldn't.
I'm going Vlahovic because I
Hmm.
want him to offer something different to just slotting into the style. A couple people here, Matt, saying that Nkuku could obviously play false 9 as well, though, innit?
He can do, although I do think that's not his best position. He can play it, but again, do we want to do that whole? Should we force him to play false 9 or play him in his best position, which I think is
I agree.
either
Yeah, I agree.
like off the left or off the right or the 10. I think those positions there he plays better than the false 19.
Funny enough, I
he
think
can play there.
I think finishing might be the lower of his abilities. I'm not saying he's crap
not
at
bad.
it, but no, I'm not saying
He's
he's
not
crap at
bad.
it, but I
Who's
still
that,
think
sorry?
his passing and his dribbling are better. Meaning, if he was playing
Nkuku.
false 9, it might be a waste of what he's good at, if that makes
Because I
sense.
think he's better running onto the ball rather than with his back
Yeah.
to goal or always. I mean, he can find space though.
Roel says, where is Gunnar Lee with his Gunnar logic? Why did Arsenal postpone the match, huh? We'll speak to Lee on Friday. Kadir says, Cal, I won't be here tomorrow. Won't be able to see your reaction at Coutinho. LOL. All love, bros. I'll catch you later. Like the ting, guys. You really coming for me with this Coutinho stuff, boy.
So he won't be there tomorrow. That's a shame.
Jamrock says,
And you're just getting people ready for Monday.
Did you see Champions League Varane?
Yeah, the Champions League Varane. No.
And the man then proper looked at me sideways, you know, when I said that he can't touch Matic.
Listen,
Man then
Varane is out.
proper looked at me sideways.
that
No,
goal
do you
wasn't
know
his
what?
fault, Drift.
Do you know what I will say?
But he's still not better than Matic regardless.
No. But that wasn't the argument. The original argument was, is Varane better than what's his name, Cal? Soyuncu.
Yes, it was. And me and Matt are still right on that one, Drift.
Yeah.
Oh,
Soyuncu
you can
is big.
take your flowers wherever you want.
Jamrock says, Cal, got your back regarding Coutinho. Get the strap. Whoa.
Bro, is that you going on, Jamrock?
Jamrock, not that deep, bro. It's just the debate, bro.
Man said,
God,
got the
Jamrock
strap,
went
you know.
full hood, boy.
Let's get
I
the
got
strap.
mine. I hope you got yourself a gun.
Man said, get the strap,
Jamrock
bro.
went. Right. The last time I debate Jamrock, still, I want him on my side now. Right, Hill says Virgil's level is so high that when he has an excellent game, he don't even mention it. Today he was flawless, like most weeks, but he don't get the credit. Very true, very, very true, Rahil. He was quality today.
I won't reveal what I was talking to Matt about.
Okay, I'll leave it. Elisa says, glad Ox got the goal and hope he's okay, but really need to work on decision making. Sometimes a little too flat-footed. Curtis Jones pass quicker. I think that's what you were saying as well, innit?
Yeah, just release the ball. Because it doesn't, not all the time you have to do it, but sometimes you got to just see the option. Because what happens is when you don't release it, then he makes the wrong decision because you think, oh, no. Because there were even times when he was holding on to the ball, yeah. Then he realized he held on to it for too long, then tried to make the pass, and you could see even he was frustrated. So hopefully, this little things need to change.
Yafri says, Drift, what happened to Ndombele is better than Pogba?
He's had a better season just so far.
I don't even think he has, you know, Drift.
Nah,
Maybe because Pogba's only played 3 games or whatever it is, but
Ndombele hasn't even played, fam.
And when he's been non-existent.
He's been.
Look. I never said his consistency was brilliant. I just said his natural talent, and I still believe he's Ndombele.
He can dribble. That's it.
No. His footballing ability is amazing. It's his attitude and his work rate that's
Nice.
the problem.
Bro,
It's just the dribbling.
not.
Nah, it is.
It's the dribbling. The footballing
Yeah.
IQ ain't the same as Pogba's. bro. I have to be
Pogba's
honest.
natural ability is way ahead of
Yeah.
Ndombele.
And he
All
can, do you know what it is about Ndombele?
We a couple of months back when he was playing well, we was comparing him to Dembele, the
I
Musa
was.
Dembele. Yes,
You
everybody
guys were.
agreed that his ball
No.
retention, his strength,
No.
and the way he
I
can
don't think
carry
we
the
spoke
ball
about that.
was as good as Dembele. All right,
No.
it's all right.
Last
I'm not
season,
even going
you
to
know
try
what-
and go and find the receipts because I know they're there somewhere. It's all
Bruv,
right.
shall I give? I'll give
But
you one
anyway.
receipt. Last season, he had a little purple patch where he had about 5 or 6 games, yeah, and everyone was going crazy. And I remember, the people remember in the chat as well. They were like, "Oh, I
They were
would take
comparing it to
Ndombele
Naby.
over Naby Keita. I'll take it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I wouldn't." I said, "I think he's a good dribbler, but that's all he's got to his game." And lo and
All right.
behold,
Fair enough. I'm not
that's
gonna.
all I'm saying,
It's
isn't
all right.
it? I think he's a good technical player, but other than that, you're not gonna. He's just technical, bro.
Ace in Industry says, Cal, call me to help you finish them humble pies. Look, I'm gonna say one really quick thing.
All right, let me see your
If-
face. Sorry,
If Coutinho had a bad game yesterday and I came on here and was like, told you lot he's washed and all this, you guys would say, Cal, pause, it's just one game, innit?
that's true. That's
Okay,
true.
that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna leave it there and we'll discuss it more.
Can you just quickly answer me this one thing? Just
That's
one
all
quick
I'm
thing.
saying, Matt. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to ask you one question and that's it, then we can move on. Did you think Coutinho was going to score yesterday when you honestly saw the game? Because you just sense it.
Oh, yesterday? Yeah, because
Yeah.
Man United are terrible as well.
No, but just you could just say, because you know
I
what
had
something.
I had a hunch.
I could sense. You could just sniff it.
Look, before you expose me, I put him in my fantasy team. So I did have a hunch he'd score or assist.
Cal trying to run ahead because he knew what was going to happen.
I knew you had the evidence in it.
Oh, I didn't even say nothing, Cal. I mean, that was just
I
our
knew you had the
private group
evidence.
chat. That was just
I
our
knew you had the
private group
evidence.
chat, bro. I didn't want to say
You
nothing.
know what? As I said, he looked good yesterday. All jokes aside, Coutinho looked good yesterday. Came on, created well. He's linking up well. I still think it was Ramsey that changed the game, but Coutinho.
I think them two, both of them. I think both of them ran the game.
Cal is
right.
reaching to just not give Coutinho the credit, boy.
No. Both of them, I think they kind of like, for me, they've done a double dragon thing. I think them two together took over the
Coutinho was
game.
really good yesterday.
No, but Cal said that Ramsey changed the game, but Ramsey was in the game the entire time. So Coutinho unlocked Ramsey, so it was Coutinho still that changed the game.
But Drift, a player can be playing for 70 minutes, and on the 70th minute, they can change the game, even if they started. They can still change the game.
I'm not saying that's not true, but at the same time, I think Coutinho come on is why Ramsey improved. So Coutinho was still the reason.
It was a game changer. I think even that the crowd, the aura of him, they started to focus on him as well. And what's so mad is, when Coutinho after 20 minutes, I was saying to you guys yesterday, Coutinho looked knackered. And he's not even match fit. You can only imagine what he's gonna do when he's match fit.
God, let's leave it for tomorrow, guys, because we're talking about it more than we should have.
Yeah, for real, we are. Couple more super chats. Mr. Tibbs09 says, I'm very happy for the clean sheet. Yes, indeed. Brentford really did not offer much offensive threat, but a clean sheet is a clean sheet indeed. I think we nullified them, if I'm going to be honest.
They nearly scored right at the end, which would have been disappointing.
Oh, with Tony's chance.
Yeah, Tony had a good shot near the end. Yeah, that would have been disappointing.
Big up Don 123. These players need to spend a lot of money on taking care of their bodies, just like the way LeBron does. What they do off field at home matters. Facts. Look at Salah, look at Ronaldo. This is why I say when a player just reaches 30, can't just write them off. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. If these players look after themselves, and again, luck is an element. Luck is an element because a lot of times injuries are because of luck. But if you maintain your body, if you look after yourself, the chances of you just spiraling out of control is very unlikely. And again, not even to pile onto him, Wayne Rooney and Ronaldo are pretty much the same age. If you look at a picture of both of them two, it looks like night and day. Rooney looks like he's been on a bender for 6 years straight. Ronaldo looks like he's never even sniffed alcohol. So, again, you've got to look at the way players are maintaining their bodies, which is why, without even getting too deep into it, when people say, oh, but Salah's going to be 30, why should we give him a big contract? Look at him. That's all I would say.
And the funny thing is, the irony is, I was watching the game today, And I remember, I can't remember what happened. It might have been when the injury happened. I remember thinking, if I was a professional, knowing I only have like a 10, 15-year span of a career, would I sacrifice the type of things that the likes of your Ronaldos and your Salah do to be a top level athlete? Or would I be like a Wayne Rooney where in the, like in the off season and all that, I would go out and drink alcohol and eat chocolate and do all that kind of things. And it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Don't get me wrong. If you're paying me 200 grand a week, I'll do any sacrifice that's needed in terms of food and whatnot, because I'm being paid. So they don't have it's not, I feel sorry for them because they can't eat chocolate. But it is a sacrifice to live your life in that young age without doing any of the things that we find fun as young people. So yeah, it's a tough one.
But here's the thing though, Drift, I think it's a mentality thing, because Salah was doing this before he was on the big money. Ronaldo was doing this stuff before he was on the big money. Like, again, even to switch on to a different sport, Floyd was doing this before he made big money. So there's a reason why these guys are making big money, because the sacrifice and the effort they put in. So you got to admire it, man. Lewandowski's another one. Benzema's another one. Modric. Yeah, you can name so many players. So this whole when you hit 30, you're on an automatic decline. It's got to stop, man. It's got to stop.
Yeah, 100%.
Mario says, happy with the win, but fear the win is papering over cracks. We are so thin, it's scary and ridiculous, especially the size of our club. One signing in 18 months.
Yeah, unhealthy is fun, bro. It is fun.
Depends on the person, though.
It's fun. No, I mean in general, unhealthy is fun. Because the unhealthy, anything you do in life, generally speaking, that is exciting, exhilarating, really tastes nice. It's all the things that we shouldn't be doing. Jumping out of an aeroplane is exhilarating. You shouldn't be putting your life in danger like that.
It's exhilarating to some, bro. You would not catch me doing that, bro.
drinking like alcohol or drinking like a slush puppy, or like things that just taste so nice. They're bad for you, innit? That most things that probably it's one of the biggest problems in the black diet, especially the Caribbean food. I don't know too much about African food, but Caribbean food, bro, it tastes sensational. But all the seasoning is why we have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, because it's not good for you, bro. You should not be eating all of, you know what I mean? Like it's like everything that tastes nice and whatever. It means it's not good for you, bro.
Yeah. Ash says, Fakir balling out for Betis last night, Phil doing things, and we still got digestive biscuits. That's harsh, Ash. I'm just going to say we've still got Milner coming off the bench. I'm not going to call him a DB still.
Yazin, it isn't unhealthy, but if you do it with the wrong person, it can be unhealthy.
It can be deadly.
So you still got, you know what I mean?
It be deadly.
Yeah, bro.
Jamrock says, Cal, people had an issue with your tacky take because it appeared you were using his misses as to why he's not Liverpool quality. Bobby miss against Norwich was worse. All right. Do you know what?
Save it for Monday. Save it for Monday, I think.
Yeah,
we'll have these big debates on Monday, I think.
Shall I tell you, all I will say on that is the reason why I tend not to speak about tacky is because whenever I say it, it feels as though there's a lot of emotion around it. And I just try and give my point of view on it like I would with any other player. But it seems as though he's very protected by Liverpool fans and he can kind of do no wrong, which for me, I find quite frustrating. And when we actually break him down as a footballer, I think if you take emotion out of it, or if he was playing for another club, I don't think there would be this sort of adoration, but that's just my opinion. A-Spec Limited says, context is key. LeBron can afford to spend money on looking after his body because he's using our transfer budget. Big up Zabiri saying, man shuffling up and down the stairs but can't walk in the box. That's a trip, Ox. Curtis needs time for Matt Sharpness to defend him. Needed that win or I'd be a Villa fan takeover. Ty says it's the salt, not the season drift. It is. It's the salt.
No, but not just that. Jerk sauce isn't good for you. Fried chicken isn't good for you. It's more than just the salt. I get what you mean in general, the salt. But loads of those, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Jerk sauce is not good for you. it just tastes amazing. It's not.
I
good
think
for
no.
you.
But I think obviously if you have it like all the time, then yeah, I think everything in moderation ain't too bad unless it's like.
No, but what I was saying when you.
I mean,
what,
I
what I
missed
was
that
saying
part of the
when you were.
conversation, but
Yeah, because I was just saying everything in life that's usually exciting or fun or tastes good is usually bad for you. Most things in life that are good for you are boring and bland, innit? Let's be real. You shouldn't be putting any salt on your chicken. No gravy. Do you get what I mean? Like most
I
things
get what
that
you're
you
trying to say. Yeah,
ask
that's
Ian
why.
Wright. Ian Wright said when Arsene
No,
Wenger
I
came
kind of
in and he changed the
moderation's.
diet, Ian Wright was like, I can't do this. What the hell is going on?
No,
Like,
you're right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
These things that you just pointed out, you have to have them in moderation because if you have them too much, they're not good for you. So sugar, salt, you know what I mean? Like the things like that, that's in foods, like even spice, like you have to
alcohol,
have it. Yeah, you have to have it in moderation. If not,
fizzy
it'll mash you
drink,
up. So you got a point.
anything but water. Like,
Yeah,
let's be
yeah.
real. Like, really and truthfully, anything you drink apart from water is bad for you.
Debatable. I mean, I'm on the water at the moment. Debatable because on my apple juice box it says 1 of my 5 a day. So
there's a bag of sugar in there.
I just look at the big thing at the front of the box that says 1 of your 5 a day. I say, look, I'm doing my part in it. Namrock says playing and training in a clock team as a 30-year-old isn't the same as playing in a more possession-based, less running, less intensive training and playing style. That is very true, Jamrock. Can't dispute that. Tahir says every win FSG will not spend sad times. Remains to be seen. Shout out Conroy. Robbo is now the second highest assist maker for defenders in Premier League history, 45.
Is that behind Trent? Do we have both?
I'm guessing it. No, Trent might not be. He hasn't played as much Premier League football as Robbo, I don't think.
Yeah, that's right. Robbo's doing the most, you know.
Kadir, last thing on Coutinho. Cal, bro, I sent you the Coutinho and the Aston Villa jersey in a post, my bro.
And we're going to make him wear it, best believe.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Sure.
Yeah, you and what army, bro?
Listen, the Coutinho army, bro.
Bro, one thing you can't do is say he's washed, then say... Well, I won't reveal our conversation, but you said he was washed. Remember, it's on the stream, by the way. Remember, you said on stream he's washed. Yeah, on the stream you did. You did. Yeah. But not only that, Cal. Yeah.
That's you lot must have pushed me to that.
But we'll leave it there. We'll save it for Monday.
That might have been dark, Cal. Still, that might have been. You know, when you're having an argument with your missus,
it might have been. You said that out of spite. You said it out of spite.
I think the thing I can remember was. That's not the same Coutinho.
Yeah, we're not getting.
He's not that Coutinho anymore.
I'd still stick by that. I don't think it is the same Coutinho.
No, but that's the part I remember of the conversation. I mean,
so did I say yes?
You used the term he's washed at one point. There was like two. You said two things. Yeah. Because you said like enough. He ate the same, and then I think you got annoyed. I think you did, and you were like, "No, bro, he's washed." You did. To be fair, you did get annoyed about it.
Yeah. If I said,
Leighton Baines has got them.
I'm wrong.
It was a reaction, just like how putting him in your fantasy team was a reaction, isn't it?
No, that was smart. I had to.
Oh, is it? You mean smart? Like smart is in we should have got him smart, or just smart?
No.
Oh, what about if you make him captain in your team? Is that smart too?
No. Salah's my captain.
No. I'm talking about fantasy.
You know the guy that came to us and didn't want to. The guy that doesn't want to leave.
No, I'm talking about in your fantasy.
AFCON, no, Cal. So he's not your captain at the moment.
Oh no,
in your fantasy.
I feel it. He's still not my captain.
You sure?
No. Let's save it for tomorrow.
Okay.
Remind me to ask Cal tomorrow who makes a bigger impact off the bench out of Coutinho and Milner. But we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Definitely.
Depends what you're trying to do in a game, whether you're trying to see it out or try and go for the win.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
We can give away fouls.
Edward says Coutinho down tools, fake injury, and shows disdain for the club. Milner and Hendo are huge parts of our success, including one player of the year on the way to the title. Guess who's getting stick from the fans? PC jog on. Boy, if I speak, I'm in trouble.
If I speak, we'll all be in trouble.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. But obviously, if you've just got a bit of dribbling skills and you can score from outside the box, you can do and say whatever you want about Liverpool, and it's all right. The fans will welcome you back. Ty says, in jerk, it's just the salt and sugar that's bad. Matt, you're shaking your head, but I'm not wrong.
I'm going to say it for Monday. I'll say it for Monday.
Man, don't want Genie back. And Genie wanted to stay.
I'll say it for Monday. That's different circumstances, though.
Mario says if you had to pick a partner if you had to pick someone to partner VVD, Hupia or Matip.
Ooh.
I'm still going Matip because of the high line.
Yeah, for the way how we play, Matip suits our
was a
system better.
G.
But I love Hippier though. Do you want to know? But I'll go one better. I'll pick a prime Aga. I know we hardly ever saw it, but I think I'll go prime Aga. You know, I love Aga though. Innit? Aga's my guy, bro.
Yafu says Cal getting ambushed by Coutinho and Taki fans. I am. I'm all, look. If I get ambushed by Taki fans, that's fantastic because it means he's doing something good for Liverpool. I'll take that all day.
That's true.
The Coutinho stuff I'll address tomorrow. One Up Rude Boy says, keep up the good work, Kop-Ish. Quick question for Drift. Why do most teams we play tend to low block against us?
Generally, it will be because we've got Mane, Mo, and the pace that they've got, and they're shook of leaving any space in behind. If they're not playing, I think only maybe the Arsenal was an example because they went down to 10 men. I think if you look at the first maybe 15, 20 minutes of the game, I don't think they were doing a low block. So I think it really is just the fear of Mane and Mo, if I'm being completely honest with you. And they feel like if they leave any space, which they're right, if they do leave any space, we will continue to be able to exploit that space. I don't think anybody will play a low block if we were playing like today's front line, for example. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't really... Real Madrid is a perfect example in the final that we lost. When Real Madrid knew that Mo and Mane were both playing, they were shook. I don't even think they went further than 10 yards from their goal. And then when Mo came off with the injury, they pushed up to the halfway line, basically, and was like, as long as we mark Mane now, you know what I mean, we'll be all right. Like, they're afraid of the unpredictableness of we can go either side and either player can get in with the pace. So, yeah.
Yeah.
See some very funny stuff in the comments still.
In the comments,
someone said I claim that Coutinho is responsible for JFK's assassination.
You were acting like it, bro.
AD Cal said he was washed and better off. Oh, I'm not gonna read that last bit. I would never say that about.
No, he never said that. Even Cal would never say that.
Let's do player ratings, boys.
It's the player ratings. What was the fight? I know, Drift. I think you saw. Did you see the end of the West Ham Leeds game?
Finished 1-0 Leeds, if I'm not mistaken.
What, no, it was 3-2 Leeds, fam.
Oh, raw.
No, yeah, 3-2, bruv. Bowen's miss at the end. Oh, bruv. Why not head that? No. Because he played well.
Took the deflection, bro. When it took the deflection, he ran ahead of the ball. And it was the only thing that he could do.
He went to chest it, bro. Bruv, this header it. I don't know what he was doing. I'm not having a go at Bowen, by the way, because Bowen scored a goal. I'm just talking about, I'm so shocked Leeds beat West Ham away from home. And KG must be over the moon, bruv.
If KG's probably not in the chat because he's probably doing his own review.
Yeah. Big up KG.
On Thursday, we're going to have to talk about it because Leeds' best win of the season, I'm sure KG is always saying that Harrison shouldn't be playing. Harrison scored a hat-trick today.
Was it a hat-trick?
Yeah.
Lies.
I swear down, bro.
Oh, my days. A hat-trick?
Yeah.
Raw. I didn't see the game, obviously, because I was watching Liverpool there, but... Player ratings.
Player ratings. Let's do this. Can you guys see that? Also, make it full screen.
Might as well go full screen just to make it easier for the people.
Yeah, so the people can see. There we go. Yeah,
cool. Let's do it then, boys. Ali in goal.
He didn't do anything wrong at all, in my opinion. Made a good, smart save from Tony right at the end. Distribution was good. He was good. He wasn't really under pressure today. So, 7. Me personally, 7.5. Yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Trent.
Got an assist. Played way better than the other day. Was a lot smarter with his use of the ball, especially when he was under pressure. Only a few times when he was under pressure, he tried to do that ball up the line, forgetting that Salah's not there to run on the end of it. But he done a lot of good cross-field passing to Robbo. I would say Trent's a 7.5 again. Not an outstanding game, but he had I think he had a good game though. I think he had a good game.
I'll say 7 at the highest. He played a lot better than he did the other day, which gives me confidence that maybe he's getting a little bit better after having the virus and stuff.
I'd have gone 7.5, but 7's still not bad.
Yeah, because I would say it wasn't worse than Ali, and he got an assist. He wasn't worse.
One or two of his decisions weren't the greatest. Like I remember a couple of times he shot and he should have passed, and then maybe vice versa. But yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I think 7 is fair.
Matip.
Oi, 9. It's a straight 9.
He's levels, man.
He is, bro.
I'm so happy the club kind of went against what we were suggesting in the summer, potentially having to move him on because of his injury stuff.
Well, remember, we thought he wanted to go. Do you remember? That was the reason we were having that discussion as well, because we thought he wanted to go. So, but yeah.
Virgil.
8 or
I'll
7.5?
probably go 8. I'll go 8 for Virg.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as Matip. Matip's been, for majority of this season, I'll probably say like for 89% of the games, Matip has actually been better than Virgil. And I think he showed it again. He showed it again.
Yeah, Matip is
and
when he went on that run, he beat like 2-3 men like they weren't even there. And then you're just thinking, if only you had a shot on you, man. If only you had, because if he had a shot on him, people would have to vacate their defensive positions and leave space for others to come out and get him. And then even that would create openings. Do you get what I mean? And if they don't, and he lets one go, boy, talk about get the strap.
Robbo,
I thought was very good today. Way better. I think his crossing. I like the way how even for Ox's goal, he actually looked up. He didn't just hit it. If you watch carefully, he takes one look up and goes, right, I'm going to put it there. And that's what I liked about him. He was more...
Ox pointed and he put it where it was.
Yeah. He was more calculated. Because obviously, that's what I'm saying, because Thing had to look up and see that anyway. He actually looked up. You know, sometimes Robert can just get the ball and just spam across without even looking. He looked up to
Well,
him.
No, that was off form Robbo. On form Robbo always looks, you know what I mean? I'll give him an 8.
Robert, yeah. I'll say 8.
I'm good with that as well. Fabinho.
9.
First goal.
Sensational today.
Yeah.
For me,
everything in it. Janitor.
Yeah. Spoiler. For me, him and Matip were the joint man of the match. I think Fabinho was sensational. He stopped everything, bro. Everything he stopped. Any little thing you thought that they might have got going, he just made sure he was in the way, got a little nick on the ball, broke up
I think
play.
he even clarted one of our own players when we was on the phone to get the ball. Do you remember, bro?
Yeah.
It's like he went through a Liverpool player just to make sure the clear.
Facts.
Told you, I want my DM bicked, bro.
Yeah. He had a bit of regrowth today, but we'll let him off.
Yeah, that'll get bicked.
The regrowth.
I'm never gonna lie. Like every time he gets home, he probably just sits in the chair and Rebecca's like, "Yep, just sit down, man. I got you. Great game, babe." And then just cuts his hair for him while he's just looking in the mirror, just thinking, "Yeah, Flacco, baby." Maybe at the piano. Maybe even he'd be at the piano and she's picking it, and he'll be at the piano, just you know what I mean.
Henderson.
An improved performance.
Definitely improved.
Still
not back to his best.
Yeah, still
definitely
improved. I would say
I'll give him
he was a 7. Yeah, 7.
I agree with that. I think he was good. Recycled the ball. But again,
yeah. He literally did the opposite of the Arsenal game. Kept the ball, made proper passes, and didn't just give the ball away.
Yeah.
No, that's why I disagree a little bit. I'm not going to spend time on it, but there are times where I just think you could just put your foot on the ball and just. But sometimes we just get the ball and he's almost like he tries to play too quick as opposed to knowing when to speed things up, when to slow it down. He's not using his intelligence at the moment, in my opinion.
I don't think he did that today, though.
I do, Drift.
No,
not as bad as he has been, but I think he did that today.
I don't remember him making any stupid passes today where I thought, Endo, man.
He made the odd, but it was far. No, do you know what it is?
I'm not saying he didn't misplace a pass. I'm just saying he didn't do anything where the pass wasn't the right idea.
No.
Whereas in the past games,
No,
he's been
he
making
kind of
wrong
done.
decisions.
If I remember, there was a few, and I was like, "Why, Henderson? Why would you do that?" But then it's just like little, like little moments. It wasn't a frequent thing. Whereas remember the other night, it was frequent. What it is with Hendo, I feel like when he gets like pressured, he's either very good or very bad. Like he'll either smash the ball or he tries to do too much. Like I think when people put the high press on him, he's 50-50 in terms of what you're going to get out of him. I think that's Henderson's problem. He needs to kind of trust his ability more or play it safer rather than playing riskier passes or just missing the ball, so to speak. So,
Curtis Jones.
I'll let you man go first because he was a bit indifferent for me.
You two are kind of spoken on this. So
I thought you said he had a good game, though, Matt.
No. I said he was holding on to the ball too much.
Yeah, but you said he played very well, though. You just think
I
he
think
holds
he,
on to
I
the
think
ball
he
too
played way better than the other day. But my problem is that even though I like him holding on to the ball, sometimes his decision making is because of he holds on to the ball, so that it doesn't give him enough time to do what he should have done. He has a very indifferent game. Curtis Jones is one of them players where he drives with the ball, he's trying to make things happen, but at the same time, it's just that some of his things that he does, you should be doing it a lot earlier. Like you see the pass there, but you're thinking, let me try and beat the man, then give it to him. Don't do that, bro. Just release it. So that's why I'm going to stick to my thing. I'm going to give him a 7, though, because I still think he was good today. It's just that he could have been better. If he releases some of the balls better, yeah, and he'll make the better decision. He hasn't always got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think he was
man.
only a 6 today, though.
6?
Mm.
He had a better game than Hendo.
Nah, I don't think he did.
Oh, come. I'll give my opinion on Curtis. I thought Curtis was very good today. Like, he actually was taking risks. He was doing what we ask our central midfielders to do. He was taking risks. Yes, some of the decision making and passing wasn't great, but also you've got to look at the runs in front of him as well. A lot of the time, we just expect a player to just thread a ball through, but if there's not an actual avenue to make the pass because the runners aren't making the right runs, remember, Ox isn't a natural winger. Jota seems to have really transferred to wanting to play in the centre, and Firmino's never been a running behind type of player. It's quite difficult to find the man. I think.
This is my problem, bro. The type of player that Curtis is.
Let me land. Also on that as well, he defended really well as well. He was getting back a lot. He was always following his man and getting in tackles as well. I thought he was way better than Hendo. Way better than Hendo today.
Well, I mean, I disagree. I think the problem I have with Curtis is, even though he does do some of those things that you said well, what my problem is, especially knowing the ability that he's got, he doesn't take the game or matters into his own hands. And there was loads of times today where I know he's got the ability to do more than what he's doing, and he's not. And when he's holding on to the ball, he'll get tackled, and it's frustrating because an attack will break down. And when there's nothing on, a player with Jones's ability should be able to shift it, beat a man, and have a shot, or do something to be creative in the game other than passing. And I'm just disappointed that at the moment he don't have the confidence, or he's playing within himself. And I feel like today there was a lot of times where he could have just dropped the shoulder or shimmied or made a yard for himself and had a shot because there weren't a pass on. And instead he'll dilly-dally on the ball and get tackled and the attack breaks down. And for me, if you're the number 10/wing forward, you can't do that on a consistent basis. And that's what I'm frustrated with Curtis. So I'm not saying he was crap or anything, but I don't think he did enough in that kind of way for me to give him a higher rating. But you lot know Jones is my guy. I'm just a bit disappointed with him.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Are we then expecting too much from him then?
I was going to say, because he's come back off an eye injury, he's had the virus, and he had a really bad game the other day, and everyone slated him. And yes, because remember, it was Shrewsbury, we were saying he should take over the game. And you see what you're speaking about in that Shrewsbury game, he done that way more in that game. You see today, yeah, there were times, like I said before, Jeff, they were 100%, you're right. There were times when he held onto the ball and the opportunity went, you went, Jones, and you can see it within himself. But there were times when he done the right thing, holding onto the ball and beating a man and trying to make things happen. Because here's the thing, we expect him to be this all-worldly midfielder that's supposed to take over a game because we realize that our other midfielders can't even do half of the things that he can do. Like he can do a good take on. Fabinho can't really take a man on, and neither can Henderson. So we're always looking at that third midfielder to be the one that kind of drives the team forward. He did do that today. It's just that some of his decisions in terms of holding on to the ball wasn't the greatest. However, though, he was still very effective because he actually pushed Brentford back because he kept on going outside to the left-hand side. Remember even a chance when he took on 2 man, took a shot. No one in our midfield is even attempting that. So I don't think we kind of have to hold our expectations down. No, but this
that's
is
the
what
point
I'm
I'm making, bro. He doesn't do that anywhere near as much as he needs to.
No, but I think we have to hold the expectations down as to why I think maybe you're giving him a lower mark, because I personally think he was good, but yes, he wasn't perfect, far from perfect. And yes, he held on to the ball, but should that take away from his overall performance on the whole game?
Well, you keep us. I never said holding on to the ball. I said messing up attacks by making the wrong decision.
Because he was no, bro. Him holding on to the ball is the reason why you're just saying what you're saying, though. Because if he releases it, I actually think he makes the right decision. He can't make the right decision if he's holding on to the ball, can he? Because that means that time would have passed.
No, but if you hold on to the ball well, something will come of it. So holding on to the ball isn't necessarily the issue. It's not doing anything while you're holding on to the ball. If he does the right thing, I don't care how much he holds on to the ball, but he'll hold on to the ball and get tackled, like standing still, almost like in a glitch. Like it's almost like he's stuck between what to do, and he'll get tackled. If he got tackled, taking his man on, I'll be like, fair enough, keep going, bro. Try again. But it'll almost be like he stops. Sometimes he even turns his back to the goal and he's looking back at like Fabinho and Henderson, and I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing, bro?
Because
why are you looking backwards now? All of a sudden, bro.
His indecisiveness. You see. Here's the thing. He's very indecisive because when you hold on to the ball, there's a lot of things then going through your mind. You think, oh, do I do this? Do I do that? And that because he holds on to it for a bit too long, in my opinion.
Grealish holds on to the ball, but he beats people, keeps the ball, doesn't like.
Bro, I'm
just saying, like he's got to make way better decisions, and he's got to have more confidence in himself to shoot. And
Musa says that Jones had more passes, a higher pass percentage, more tackles, and more possessions won, and more take-ons and shots and key passes.
Boy, I don't know how we squeezed all them in the game I watched, but fair enough.
But what else is he meant to have done?
No, because I'm saying I watched the game and I don't remember him doing that much. But if that's what the stats are saying, then fair enough.
I mean, Moto Sirs is saying that's not true. He's saying Hendo had more accurate passes. But if you had the other stuff, then me personally, I'd give him a 7.5. I think he was better.
I would have given him a 7. I thought he had a good game, but he's got room for improvement. That's what I think.
Look, if you disagree with me, I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna sit here and be all like.
Well, no, we moved to 7 because you said 6 drift, I said 7.5, and then Matt said 7, so we meet in the middle, innit?
Yeah, that's fine. Gotta remember, Jones is my guy. I don't like thinking these things of him, but I can't help it at the moment.
Ox.
I thought Ox was pretty good today. There were times when he was a bit annoying, but then there were times when he was doing well. And he scored a goal, so I'd give him a 7.
Ox is a weird one for me because even though he scored with the header and it was a good header, he was kind of it's kind of in and out the game for me. He wasn't really like here's the joke here. He wasn't like maybe because we favoured Curtis Jones' side, but Curtis Jones was trying to make things happen way more so than Ox. And that's the thing. Even though Curtis Jones might not make the right decision, because I think again he dwells on the ball too much, Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't really show for the ball, like little bit like hiding, so to speak. Like you're senior, but then Curtis Jones, you're allowing him to dictate the game. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but you're Oxlade-Chamberlain, bro. Like you can do more. And again, people are gonna think, no, I'm being harsh because he did score. You're right, he did score. He scored a good goal, very good header. But other than his header and the shot where he blazed it with the ball fell to him, I was like, bro, take a touch and just like lay it off. What else would you say that he did? I'll say he was okay. Like 6, maybe 6.5.
If he didn't score a goal, maybe I would have given him a 6 or a 6.5. I'm giving him a 7 because he got the goal. But I think you're being a little bit harsh. I think he was involved in the game, and I think he did work hard and make good runs. I just think again maybe it was decision making to like maybe have a shot when he should pass, or maybe cross when he should have maybe pulled the ball back. Little things like that. But I think you're being a bit harsh. I think he was definitely involved in the game. It wasn't like I didn't notice him or he barely touched the ball or anything like that. So I think the goal boosts him up to a 7, but he wasn't bad.
For me,
I'd
I'm
give
going
him
to
a
6.5. I would give a 6.5, but if you man want to give a 7, that's cool. Because you got the goal at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I'm just
I think that's for me why is a 7.
Yeah, I'm kind of maybe critiquing everything else other than the goal, which is unfair to do. It's just, I think what it is with Ox again, it's probably expectation. The goal was very good, but he can do more. He can get on the ball and do more, even from a wide area, because you don't have to necessarily stay wide. You don't have to. You've got the ability to drive with the ball.
But that might be instructions, though, man.
That's true. No, you might be right. No, in fact, you are right. That was what he was instructed to do, because that's what I saw today. I wanted more. So, yeah. No,
I was talking with Matt about it during the game, Cal. I don't know if you agree. If you're going to play Ox wide, you're actually better off playing him on the left and telling him to just come inside and take shots.
I get your logic. The only reason I wouldn't is because then it becomes way too predictable.
But he's predictable on the right as well, bro, because his crossing isn't that good.
No, I hear that.
I'm talking about if he's playing wide. Obviously, central is his best position. But if you're going to play him out wide, I think you should play him left and not right.
Yeah, I would rather him left. Because I said to Drift,
but it's not his fault.
I hear you, but he's been shoehorned there because of obviously our lack of options. But I said to Drift straight away, I was like, Drift, we just play him on the right, just cut inside, bang, because I know it'll get predictable, but at least we know he's a threat, and people will start paying attention. Because here's the thing. If he starts banging in goals from that wide left position, people are going to start taking him more serious. So that might even mean people not necessarily double up on him, but they're going to be more wary, maybe step out and that open space. What he's doing right now, like what you're saying is, he'll drive byline more likely and put in a cross that's either going to be a 50-50 cross.
Sorry to cut you guys. I miss who made the comment. If he plays on the left, though, Jota's got to go on the right, and then you take.
I know this is but me and Gifford are saying in an ideal scenario.
That's not what I do, you know.
Yeah, but I don't want Jota. Jota has to play. Yeah, we'll get onto Jota anyway.
I would play Bobby in midfield or put him on the bench if that's the case, and keep Jota in the middle.
Who on the left then?
Gordon.
Left wing for Gordon?
No, right wing for Gordon. I'll play Ox on the left.
Okay, fair enough.
And then you've got two pacey players that may not be as great in finishing or decision making, but you kind of can play slightly similar because you have pace still. Do you get my point? That the way we're playing now, we're playing the system that requires your wing forwards to have pace, but our wing forwards don't have pace. So we look a bit clueless at times.
Yeah.
Or we blatantly look like we don't have the penetration to, you know what I mean, to get past the fullbacks. And I don't know, it's a little frustrating, man. I can't think of an analogy right now where you're doing something and there should be another thing happening, but I just feel like having slow wingers in a system that needs quick wingers is a bit moronic.
Bobby, what are we saying for Bobby today?
Done well.
I'm upset, man. I'm upset. I don't really want to, that's my guy this season. I'm cheering him all the way, 20 in all comps. That injury has just wrecked his form and his confidence.
I think we got to give him time, though. We have to give him time. He looked bad, though. I'm going to be honest. I said to you on the phone, he looks like he's lost like 2-3 yards of pace, but I don't know whether that's him being rusty.
Hamstring, isn't it?
Hamstring.
Third hamstring injury in the last 6 months or something.
And
like
even the potential virus as well. But one thing you can't not take away from him, Mina doesn't score that goal if it wasn't for Bobby's pressing. Also, if you remember as well, Bobby could have potentially had another assist because he got that assist. He could have got another assist for Jota. Remember when he put Jota through and Jota, remember the goal was saved? What it is that he's not at his optimal level. However, he's still a threat because remember I keep on saying that if it's to change the formation, his footballing IQ is different from everyone else's. Like he can see things that they can't. Hence why he saw the opportunity to press. Hence why he saw the ball straight away. When he saw Jota move, he was like, I've got to play it to him straight away. I can't even delay and take a touch. That's one thing I like about him. However, for his natural fitness, he needs to improve. Got the footballing IQ, he's got the minerals, he's got the technical ability, but from a physicality point of view, he's lacking. He is lacking, and I'm scared that I don't know whether he'll fully recover. I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, confidence, bro. I think his confidence took a hit by the injury as well. It
He
must
just
be horrible
looks
to be in
slow.
form and then get
Not-
get an injury in it. And
I
then,
don't
like,
even think
you're
it's
out.
confidence. He looks really like when he's running, it's like he's got leg weights on. Like like he was never quick. Firmino kind of used to glide across the pitch like elegantly, but he looks like he's really trying. Like
I
when
would
he
say
runs, he's
Bobby was a
proper trying.
strong runner. I used to call him a strong runner. A little bit like Suarez, where he's like deceptively quick, but he's like running with effort, and like he just feels like he's putting a lot of effort into it. That's why I call it strong running. Some players glide. I feel like he had that kind of running where like you could tell he was putting effort in, and he was actually a bit quicker than you thought he was. He was like deceptively quick. Do you remember when he paced out John Stones a couple of seasons back, and it was like raw, like he had that little bit of deception pace on him. But
Yeah. I remember.
But
He was
yeah,
about
I
as
don't know,
fast
man.
as
He's 30.
Lewandowski.
He's 30 now, and he's had quite a few hamstring injuries in the last 6 months. So I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 yards of pace might have gone a bit, and maybe he's gonna have to reinvent his game now to be literally like Bergkamp, like where it's all about flicks and intelligence rather than all that high press running that he's been doing for the last 3 or 4 years. But he's still my guy. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna keep my faith in the 20-0 comps. But
yeah, I'm gonna give him. Do you know what though? I still, even though from a physical and fitness point of view, he didn't look good. I like what I saw from him, so I'm gonna give him. Believe it or not, I'm still gonna give him a 7.5. I'm still because bro, because he should have got two. He should have got 2 assists, bro. Think about it. He should have.
Yeah, but
maybe even 3 when I think about it. But
I'm still only gonna give him a 6.5.
I think that's a bit harsh on him.
Yeah, for me, he was a 7 or 7.5 today.
Yeah, it's just that
I thought he did some things well. I think he didn't do other things well. I still agree, Drift. I'd like to see him in midfield as opposed to up top. But for me, 7 or 7.5.
I want him in that 10 role, man. That 10 role is like
There's
like
a lot of times when I was
man.
like, oh, Bobby, man. Like, and when I can remember being frustrated with a player a lot during the game, then like 7.5 seems a bit high. But yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
I'll go 7 then.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, cool.
And last but not least, for the starting players, Jota.
Frustrating today. You know why he frustrated me? He should have scored at least 2 goals. And you know what's so mad about Jota?
I think the first one's harsh, Matt. The first one where he hit the post, I don't think he's meant to score that. I think that's just a really
That's true, but the one way at the 1-on-1 he should have scored. And I think there might have been another.
I thought the 1-on-1 was the first opportunity. I thought the post was the second one. Was it the other way around?
I'm trying to remember that as well. But here's the thing with Jota. Do you know what's so mad with Jota? It's kind of like our own fault. We've now converted him to a striker, and it's like he's forgotten how to play wing. It's actually kind of mad because when you watch him out on the wing, I'll be genuinely honest with Jota. He's not the greatest at taking on his man. He more just runs and drives with the ball, even though he done one good piece of skill. Remember when he running and he cut inside and nutmegged the defender when he put it through his legs? And I think he might have took a shot and he got saved. Was that the same one?
That was the one. Yeah, that was the one where Bobby put him through.
Are you sure? No, isn't that the one? Didn't Bobby just put him clean through and he didn't have to beat no one?
No, he did have to take it past the defender. Yeah, he had to take it.
All right. Well, anyway, fair play. What I would say is 1-on-1. He ain't the greatest when it comes to beating his man, bro. I have to be honest. And he's now turned into that striker where you kind of have to feed him centrally. Very good movement off the ball. Still a very instinctive player. However, he does lose the ball a lot sometimes. I don't know if you noticed, like he'll get the ball, he'll look up and like he'll run with it and then he'll look to make a pass and he gets tackled or he makes the wrong decision. I'm going to be honest, bro. This is going to sound mad. Not mad, but he should now be our striker. But it's just that we're being forced to play him out wide. He almost looks uncomfortable out wide. It's so weird to see when he used to be like a wide player. It's mad. I just see him as a striker now, and his characteristics, like we've actually changed his characteristics, man. His passing is just even in build-up play can kind of be found wanting. So I'm gonna be real, guys. He didn't have a good game today. He probably gets like a 6 or a 5.5.
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel
just
like I feel a bit sorry for Jota because we've yo-yoed him a lot from when we bought him, and I think a lot of people forget he's still only been at Liverpool for a year and a half, and in that time, including one or two quite bad injuries where he missed a couple of months, like when he's playing, I feel like he maybe himself even maybe feel a little bit like he don't know if he's coming or going. Like, where am I playing today, Gaffer? Oh yeah, this today you're here. Today you're there. Oh yeah, you got to do this today. You got to do that today. And maybe he's one of the players that we're not really appreciating how many different things he's asked to do. Like as soon as there's an issue, it's always, we'll just put Jota there. We even do it as fans when we're doing team selections and things. Like, I'll just play Jota. And it's like he himself is like, raw, fucking hell, I'm always doing all these different things in this team. Like, I feel a little bit sorry for him. That being said, he wasn't really great today. I'll give him a 6 for his actual rating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel a bit bad for him.
I don't know if we can rate Bobby higher than Jota.
But I wouldn't have given Bobby a 7, innit? So
yeah, based on I think I'd still go 7 for Jota. I still think he was good.
Would you go 7? 7?
I don't think anyone should get lower than a 7 for the game today, personally.
But all right, you know what's so mad? He was dangerous, but he didn't score. He was dangerous, but he misplaced passes. He was dangerous, he lost position of the ball. He was dangerous, he made the wrong decision out wide at times. It's so weird. He had a very indifferent game, Jota, because he was a threat. There's no denying he was a threat, yeah. But you got to score if you're going to be that central striker, so to speak. And not only that, his build-up play has got to improve, fam. And if you do play out wide, and here's the joke. Do you know what's the joke? Let me say this as well. For the people that were saying, I want Jota on the left instead of Mane. What are you lot saying now? Because Jota's played a few games out wide left, and he hasn't looked that good. You have to be honest, people. Even though Sadio Mane maybe hasn't been at his best, absolute best, he's still more effective in that left wing spot because I think his characteristics in terms of beating a man.
Matt, I think that's where we're being a bit disingenuous because there are games where Jota's played left and he's been very good. Man United game, for example, he was very good. And he's not actually played left that many times this season.
No, but I have to be honest, though. I'm still sticking by it. Mane is a better left winger than Jota. I think Jota's better centrally.
Yeah, I don't think that's
and again, his characteristics, because even though Jota's got good running off the ball, Cal, if you're talking about being able to like build up play and not only that make the right decision, sometimes Jota does his own thing, whereas I feel like Mane sticks more to the blueprint, even though we might hate him for it at times. But Mane, for me, can beat his man better. He can open up space for others. Jota's more thinking, I want to be direct and go for goal, and sometimes that can be the wrong thing to do. That's why I think his striking instincts, he should be in the center. Like, you see, as things stand right now, it should be Mane, Jota, and Salah as a front three. And I know we will complain Jota loses the ball, but hopefully if you feed him enough, he'll bag goals. I don't know. That's just what I feel.
I feel like when Jota plays left wing, what makes him so good at it is the running off the ball and arriving late. And that's all dependent on how well Trent, Hendo, and Mo are playing on the right side with their delivery. And if they're not playing well or they're not playing, then you're kind of asking Jota to maybe do things that his game isn't good at, like creating a goal for himself. And I feel like that may be a little bit what the issue is. So if Trent is playing well, Mo's playing, and they're both providing good whipping balls in, and you know what I mean, and Jota's making late runs into the box, I think he's brilliant. And that's where he gets a lot of his joy from if he's playing left. So I think it all depends what the system is and what we're doing to where he plays well. And again, that's why I'm saying that the boy does get played or asked to do loads of different things. So I do feel a little bit sorry for him.
Yeah. So what are we settling for a rating for Jota then, boys?
I originally said 6.5 because he was a threat. I'll give him a 6.5. But he's got a...
Yeah, 6.5. I would have give Firmino a 6 or 6.5 because you're right. I think they both should get about the same score. The thing is, you know, when we're watching the game, when I was watching the game, sir, I actually remember thinking to myself at one point, good win, really glad we got the points. Player ratings, probably no one will get higher than a 7. And then we've come into it, and there's been quite a few people we put higher than a 7. I'm thinking, what made me think when I was watching a game, nobody's really bigger than a 7? Now in player ratings, we've ended up with a lot of people. But
I think people just expect us to blow them away, and like it doesn't happen like that sometimes. I think you can win a game and still not be exceptional, but still not be poor at the same time.
Yeah, because it wasn't an amazing performance, but it was a good enough performance. Like it was good.
We never got into third gear in this game. Not once did we get into third gear.
Because you got to understand as well. I think we changed our perception on the game, especially if Jota like doesn't hit the post and scores his 1-on-1, like, and it becomes 5, and it's like then it's like you're having a completely different conversation because then you're going raw like. Jota, even though he lost the ball today, he bags 2 goals. Look at Firmino, he gets 2 assists. Like it does change, and it's about like what Jamrock was even saying before, alluding to. It's about being clinical.
Yeah, we're not
we need to, even though we won 3-0 today, and everyone is gassed and everyone's happy. We just need to be careful, and we need to try and be more clinical because against a better team, they could that could be a different story. Do you know what I mean? We have to put away our chances. We just have to.
Yeah.
But ain't we been like that for about 3 years though?
Yeah.
If you really deep it.
I mean,
let's move on to subs. Let's move on to the subs.
1920 we were clinical because we pretty much battered everyone. The year we won the league, I think we was way more clinical in that year than any other year.
Yeah, but we've always wasted chances. When Mo got 42 goals, he should have really got about 80.
Like, no, that's true. That's 17,
we've always wasted chances week after week.
I'm saying when we won the league, 1920 was when we were at our most clinical.
Let's move on.
I don't know, bro. We won a lot of them games 1-0, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
Milner.
Was he on for long enough? How long did Milner come on for?
Milner was the first sub, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, what did he get? About 15 minutes. Was it 15, 12 minutes, something like Milner?
Hold on, no, it wasn't the first sub, was he, Cal?
I genuinely can't remember.
No, Milner came on right at the end, didn't he?
No, Milner was one of the first.
I can't remember, if I'm being genuinely honest.
Was he?
Let me double check.
I have to be honest. I can't remember when he arrived on the pitch, bro.
Hold on. So Taki came on in 74. So Taki came on first. It looks like.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Milner came on 78.
Okay, yeah. I knew Milner wasn't first. I think he first. Did we? That was the only 2 subs we made, right?
No, and then Gordon.
Oh yeah, Gordon. Who did Gordon come on for? Bobby?
No, Jota.
Oh, yeah. Because I remember Bobby was going to come off, but then Ox got the injury, so he stayed on, didn't it?
Easy.
Gordon. So man, Millie, I wanted him to score that chance, man.
What are we giving Millie?
I give him a 5 or a 6. I don't really think he did that much.
Yeah, I would give Millie.
He wasn't on the field for long, so.
Yeah, Millie Rock 5. Give him a 5.
Minamino.
Got a goal on his birthday. Big up Taki Minamino. Bro, we got a goal. Bobby Firmino done well with the pressing thing.
I think it was actually Taki that started the press, you know, Matt.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yes,
he's the one who forced the player to have to pass the ball back to the goalkeeper.
Yes. Thank you for correcting me. You guys are right.
But we all know that, you know what, Cal? That's his best attribute. You know, when you were trying to ask me what Taki's best attribute is, it's actually his work rate. That's his best attribute.
I won't elaborate on that still.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to, but you know when you was just trying to fight, when you was like, think of something he's an 8 at. When you ask me that question, I will say his work rate is what he's an 8 at. I think he's very hard working. So yeah, I knew I could find something he was good at.
No, Taki
put through Gordon as well.
Yeah, no, Taki had a decent cameo. I can't even lie. Got the goal on his birthday.
And I think that finish is actually a little bit better than maybe he'll get credit for because it was so close to goal.
No, Drift, stop it.
Oh my gosh.
No, because if you think about it,
Open goal.
No, it wasn't an open goal. There was a defender in the way, and he made sure he put it in the bottom corner
There was
so
a
the defender couldn't get
basically to the left, slightly left central.
Bro, I'm telling you, if that shot had been a foot more to the left, the defender could have got a block on it.
No. This is the thing, yeah. And I'm not having to go at you, Drift, but I am a little bit. We got to stop overrating some of these goals.
I'm not overrating it. I'm saying there's an occasional time where maybe people take for granted the finish because it's close to goal. Like yesterday with Coutinho's finish. That was actually better than people realize because he had to make sure he lifted it. Like sometimes you've just got to look at it and go. And when I saw the defender on the line, I thought, no, well played, Taki. Because a lot of people would just hit it at the target. And that is how, like, Jota missed that chance against Wolves, for an example, where you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe he's missed. Anywhere else, bro, when it's a goal, at least Taki actually put it in the corner where there was the only space to put it. So I'm saying, like, it might look basic on the face of things, but, like, I've got to give him a little bit of credit. Fair play, bro. You actually made sure you aimed for the target, for the bottom corner, and you put it in the bottom corner. So I'm saying, like, it was, you know what I mean? You've got to give a little bit more credit if you notice these little things. That's all I'm saying.
It was a tap-in.
Bro, how many times has a defender cleared the ball off the line because the player thinks just hitting the target is all he needs to do, and then he hits it, and the defender makes a block. Sometimes you got to look at these little fine details, and you just got to give a bit of credit for it.
I'm just not gonna overrate it.
I didn't say overrate it. I just said well played for making sure you placed it and putting it in the only place you could have really put it, so the defender couldn't get a block. That's all I'm saying. If he'd have hit that straight at the defender on the line and the defender cleared it, we'd be crucifying him.
Yes, we would because
you expect him, but you expected him to. I mean, I'm just going to ask you this question.
Just because he didn't miss it, and just because other people have missed tap-ins, doesn't make his tap-in better. It was just a tap-in.
All I was gonna say is, did you expect him to score that opportunity?
I did, yeah, of course I did.
So did probably the whole world. So it's like. If it's one of them things where
you're
like
acting like what I'm saying don't make sense, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
No. It's not even that different. I'm just saying.
Not even to get all antsy about it. It's just I just think it's a tapping.
No, I'm not getting antsy. I'm just saying you're not acting like what I'm saying isn't making any sense. I'm like, all right, let's just.
No. I never said it isn't making sense. I just think that what you're talking about in regards to it was a good finish you put in the corner. Fair enough, but I just look at it like I expected him to score that tapping, so. I'm not gonna even overthink it or try and over-glorify it.
If Ronaldo scored that goal, that Minamino scored, and Man United fans were like, "Yeah, man had to put it in the corner," and
that wasn't what I said, Carl. No. I said there's loads of times players think hitting the target from that close is just going to be a goal, and then the defender blocks because he's in the way. So I'm giving him a bit more credit that at least it was an intelligent finish as much as it was a tap-in because he aimed and put the ball where the defender couldn't get it. As close as he was to the goal, he could have easily fucked that up. So that's all I'm saying. Just like yesterday, if Coutinho didn't lift it, it would have hit the goalie. So in the last minute, he realised and he adjusted and he chipped it to stop the keeper from getting it. In the face of value, you think, oh, tapping. Coutinho's goal weren't a tapping. He actually had to make sure he did something to it. So I'm just saying, Taki could have easily hit the target. Don't think about it. Just know where the goal is. Shoot at the target. Defender blocks it, and we're like, why didn't you think about it? What are you doing, bro? So I'm just saying, I'm going to give him a little bit of credit for aiming for the bottom corner, making sure he put it where the defender can get. That's it.
Coutinho's was different, but we move. It was different, Coutinho's.
Yeah, fair enough. A lot of the time, what I would really, really look at as a tap-in is like ball gets squared across the box, keeper and everyone's completely out the equation, and it's just you and the goal, and you just got to, do you get what I mean? That's more how I call a tap-in. If there's a defender or a goalie to beat, I will still look at what the finish is like for me. But anyway.
So what are we giving Taki?
7 for the fact that he did score a goal, I guess.
I'd have actually gone an 8 for Taki, personally.
Okay.
He done well. As I said before, pressing, scoring.
As a sub, he's come on to try and get a goal, see out the game. I think it's an 8 because
I'd give him an 8. I'd
And
actually give him an 8
Yeah.
as
got an
well.
assist as
I'm
well.
not gonna argue with it, but I would have probably given him a 7. But yeah,
But it wasn't even because I went, and the thing is, and the reason I'm even giving him an 8, which is kind of mad, it wasn't even because of the goal. I like what he brought to the table with his pressing, bro. I really did. He was causing them problems.
And do you want to know? Do you want to know what I'm gonna give him a bit more credit for as well, because he has been getting a bit of heat recently. When Firmino won the ball back, he demanded, like, yeah, pass it to me, bro. After that miss the other day, he could have shied away a bit and thought, oh God, you know what I mean? Like, what if I miss again or whatever? So I got to give him a little bit of credit for keeping his head up and thinking, nah, I'm gonna get back in there and I'm gonna try and rectify that miss from before. So the fact he demanded the ball, like he proper screamed at Bobby, like, give it to me. Like, I'm glad that he's still hungry to get involved as well. Again, I know you lot probably disagree. I think I'm giving him credit for something I shouldn't be, but
I'm not saying anything else about Taki. I genuinely am not.
I'm not gonna say no. Happy birthday, other than happy birthday, Taki, and I'm glad you scored. No, big man thing. Because I feel like our fan base.
I don't understand how some play. I'm not even aiming this at you. Just I don't understand how some players are like given all the credit in the world for something, but other players are given very little credit for anything else, and it blows my mind, to be honest. Like I don't get the lack of consistency personally.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But fair play to Taki. Scored a goal though. Done well when he came on. Done well.
I haven't got an image for Gordon, but what are we saying for Gordon, boys?
If he'd have scored the chance, maybe he could have bumped up his rating, but he wasn't really on the pitch long enough, innit?
Yeah, he got one good opportunity. So I thought, you know what? I really fought for him. I badly wanted him to score. You can see how much it meant for him. You know why? Because you know when he missed, I think he was still chasing the ball, and then like the ball kind of like came back around him, but it's like he wasn't ready because he was still annoyed that he missed his opportunity. You can see like he badly went to score. I'm gonna give him
probably
6.
just
I'll give him a 6, man.
Was he on the pitch long enough to get a rating without the goal? I don't even know. I think maybe
to be fair, he was there. I look at it as like in littlest time possible, he looked already dangerous and could have scored.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I would definitely play him against Arsenal.
Same. I think we have
hungry,
to.
innit?
Yeah, really, I would definitely play. He's the unknown as well, isn't it? They haven't got a clue what to do with him. Yeah, they haven't got a clue. I'd actually go Taki down the middle, Jota on the left, Gordon on the right, and then play Bobby in midfield for the Arsenal game. Yeah, I would. That's what I would do with Ox getting that injury, especially.
Yeah, I just hope with Ox that it's not a serious injury. I really hope it's just like a little what do we call it? We just get bruising obviously around the ankle or whatever, but it kind of the swelling goes down. But I have to be honest,
this is Ox, isn't it? You don't exactly have the best injury record.
Yeah, I don't think it's
not even that. You got to think about long term as well. Is it beneficial for us to play him in this Arsenal game, and it could potentially ruin the rest of his season as well? Rather than if you give him a rest, we might not win the game, but he may be available for the rest of the games where we could win because of that. So it's a catch.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is where the medical team get paid the big money for, isn't it? They should be able to make these decisions and all that.
Thankfully, this is kind of his first injury of the season, I think.
It is. Again, that's another thing we were speaking about in the members video. He's barely been injured. I think he obviously not gets a rap for it because he has been injured over the time he's been at Liverpool. But since last season when he came back from injury, he's not been injured. This is his first injury since then. Like that's not bad at all.
Yeah. He's just been in and out the team, so it's been hard for him to get.
Yeah, so it looks like he's not available when he has been. Same with Cater as well. To be fair, like last season, is virtually available for most of the games.
I think he was quite injured in the beginning half of the season. I think in the second half is when he was
second half. What are we saying for Klopp today?
Was it me or did you look at Klopp when the third goal went in and he wasn't even really that happy?
Yeah,
he just looked at his watch at the time and then just turned around and thought about what sub he's going to make. And he didn't even have a smile on his face. I'm thinking, well, that's a bit unlike Klopp to not be happy a goal's gone in.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. But when we scored, generally, when the camera pans him, he didn't look like, I don't know what it is. Maybe he just was like, okay, still business as usual, or maybe there was just some things that he was being overcritical with, but he didn't look like himself for that. I've got to be honest. Like whenever a goal went in, they show Klopp. I just saw Klopp doing this.
The first goal he celebrated.
That's all. Yeah, but he didn't look.
Yeah.
It's a weird. He didn't look. He didn't look happy today. You know.
Well, he was smiling and laughing and joking with the ref after the game as well. To be fair.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it might have been though? Especially towards the end, is when he probably was thinking, "I don't believe this. I've just lost Ox." Because I remember when
maybe
when
Yeah,
Ox
maybe.
got injured
in the game, he said.
Yeah, when Ox got injured,
that makes sense.
you saw him speak to one of the physios or one of the guys, and he was trying to get information. And you could kind of see like they were like, I don't know if he's gonna make it. You just saw Klopp just do the whole flip's sake, man.
Yeah.
I just found something that might work. Yeah,
Matt, you've hit the nail on the head. I think when Taki scores, he's still thinking, I can't believe we've lost.
Oliver said he missed the goal. He was talking to Milner and the goal went in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We don't get to see his press conference, guys, because obviously we have to set up for the stream straight away.
Yeah,
so we never
I
get to see what's being said or anything. So yeah.
Fair play. Super chats here. 2Pixel2 says, you know how you dip Wakers shortbread into hot tea and it falls into the tea like this has ruined my day. That's how you I'm not gonna read the rest of that because I'm gonna get accused of that being my burner account now.
You know what? Shortbread's actually quite thick, Pixel. I would have probably said digestive. That biscuit falls apart quick.
I'll get accused of that being my burner account now. Shaka says Phil isn't washed, but I agree with Cal. #precedence. Ty says Hendo treats the ball like a hot potato, need more. At times he does, yeah. Carly says, did any of you catch Ward-Prowse free kick? Did you lot see it?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Mad.
Can I just say?
He's trying to make himself the best free kick taker in the Prem, isn't it?
Oh, what Ward-Prowse? Sorry, did you say Ward-Prowse?
Yeah.
Of course, I've said it. So, do you know? For some reason, I thought he was talking about UFC. I'm so sorry because I was reading something about. Can I just read some quotes from Andy Robertson quickly about the game? Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go on.
Listen to what Andy Robertson says.
We forgot to rate Klopp, by the way, as well. We got to make sure we remember the Klopp.
Yeah. Listen,
actually, let's do that before you read the thing. I'll give Klopp an 8 today,
cool.
3-0.
For me as well.
8. He gets a solid 8.
Good selection. No Milderson until the last 10 minutes, which I was happy with as well.
The only thing that annoyed me a little bit was the subs that he made. Like Taki coming on, absolutely fine. Milner for me didn't need to come on. That coming on earlier, and then for me, you bring on either Nico or Gomez at the end.
Yeah, I agree. Even if you just bring off Matip once it's 3-0 because, protect him and all that.
Or Virgil, either one. Just give Gomez or Nico Williamson. Maybe Gomez more so than Nico because Nico has played quite a few times recently. Give it.
I agree. But 8. Yeah, go on, bro. What?
Yeah. I was going to say, just quickly before I start as well, what I'm going to say is not even an indictment, if like that. It's more about what Demo was saying about how attacking his confidence and for him to kind of because obviously he hardly ever plays. Listen to what Andy Robertson said, which I think is kind of key as well, yeah? He goes, probably a lot got said about Taki's chance on Tuesday night. He knew he should have scored that. Of course he should have. But it's important when you miss a good chance as a striker, you put it right, and he did that today. It probably one of the easier ones he'll score, but it really was good play by Bobby and for him to press and for Taki to slow it home. Really happy for him on his birthday, but also that he's getting a run in the team. To score goals as a striker, there's no better feeling, so that should give him confidence. I agree with everything that Robertson said there. He needs confidence. He knows he should have scored. But in terms of the chance today, it's one of the easy ones he'll ever score. It's like we expect that of him. And I think him getting that goal today, whether you rate him or not, will only be good for him because I think it will improve his confidence because he does need confidence. I'm going to be real. He does. Whether you think he should be in the team or not, that's not even for me to decide, yeah? But I think for any player to, especially as a goal scorer, he has to score any type of goal to make sure you build up in the confidence. But I just wanted to kind of make a point about what Robertson's saying is that this is what I'm saying. Like, even I expected it. He's a fellow professional and he expected him, obviously, to score against Arsenal, and he also expected him to score today because it's a chance that you should just not be missing. You get what I'm trying to say? But it's not about that's not a dig at Minamino. It's more about we expect him to do certain things as a professional, a bit like his own teammate does. So therefore, let's not glorify too many things, but just help man get on his way in it. Like, let's not over talk about a tapping, so to speak. Let's just talk about him getting confidence, because I think some of the goals he scored.
We only spoke about it for a long time because you lot was acting like you didn't get what I was talking about.
No, I understood it, but I was just what I was even trying to say is make a point. Even Robbo expected.
Yeah, expectancy. Yeah, there's an expectancy
You know
on
what I'm
him,
trying
of
to
course. Because if he misses, then it's bad. If a player's got a one-on-one with a goalkeeper and he's running in on goal, you're expecting him to score. But if he does something brilliant to get round the goalkeeper, you're still going to rate it.
Bro. One-on-one is 50-50.
If one-on-ones were 50, then I don't know why all that heat was put on Origi when he hit the crossbar against Burnley then. Because people coming in acting like he was the worst thing they'd ever seen in their life. When it's one-on-one,
it also depends on your situation. It depends on your situation, how you are in front of the goal, how far you are in front of the goal. Not only that, it depends on the person who is in front of the goal. So we kind of do, it does kind of dictate who's actually in front of goal. Because if it's Haaland, we automatically assume he's going to score. But if I said to you, I don't know, not Antonio, that's a bad one. If I said to you just someone lesser than Haaland, you might go, no, that's not 90%. That's not true. It depends on the individual.
But there would always be an expectancy for you to be able to make something out of that chance, no matter whether you do or not, because you're in a situation where you can score a goal. Do you get what I mean? I'll be honest with you, bruv. Even if Van Dijk went through on a mad thing, like Tony Adams back in the day, and was one-on-one with a goalkeeper, I'm thinking, oh shit, I wish this was Salah or someone else. Player. But I will still be expecting him to kind of do something. I'm like, you're in on goal, bro. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, come on, man.
I'll give you the perfect player. Miguel Almiron from Newcastle. If he's one-on-one, I generally don't think he scores. Do you think he scores?
I think Newcastle fans would expect him to, though.
I don't think they would. Their expectations of it aren't the greatest. They're not. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's in a position where, all right, if all three of us are playing football, I'm a striker, you're a winger, Cal's a midfielder. We'd all be expected to score, though, if we're through on a one-on-one. We would, regardless of whether Cal's a midfielder and I'm a striker and I think I've got a better chance to score or whatever. It will still be like, bro, I can't believe you missed that.
Well, let's talk about more.
I disagree with that, Drift. I think
not necessarily.
I think you have to look at the position or the actual individual with that.
It's the player, the individual.
Like, I don't think you can just say just because a player is through on goal one-on-one that there's an expectancy to score, because I don't think there is all the time. I think that's why you get finishers and that's why you get midfielders and defenders, because when certain players are in front of goal, you're expecting there to be a goal. So I don't think there should just be an expectation that whoever's through on goal, you expect them to at least work the keeper or get on target. But
you lot, if we was in a Champions League final and one of our centre-backs went through on goal, we would understand it more than if it was a striker, but we would all be sitting there saying he should have won us the game. Let's be real.
No, we would, but we'd also say...
So there's an expectancy then, bro, right?
But what would we also say next? We'd just be like, we wish that fall to Salah or Mane.
Yeah, because there's people who are better at it.
So that's what I'm saying. There's an expectation.
All right. Let's flip it, yeah? If there was if some madness happened and there was a counter-attack from a corner, yeah? And Mane was the one that was the last man for some weird reason and it wasn't the defenders, yeah? And then Antonio's one-on-one with him and just shimmies him and drops the shoulder and he just falls over and Antonio goes through and scores. Mane ain't the centre-back, but we'd all say, nah, he's got to do better there, man. I expect him to do way better than that.
No, not at all.
Come on, guys. Yes, we would, man.
He's a striker.
Yeah, but you would still be like, he can't get done like that, though, man. That's still on your feet, bro.
We'd all be sitting there thinking, why was it him?
Why was it him?
We're going to be like, we can't even. No, it is. We'll go.
But we would still be expecting him to do better than to just fall over and let him get done.
Because we would know he's done the best that he can. Because we'll all be sitting there thinking, bruv, it had to be Mane, innit? He's a striker. He's done the best that he could have done.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If it's a midfielder, no, because you said a striker, you see the expectation. It changes a different thing, and that's why I said expectations with the minimity. Almiron, Scoop even said
there's levels of expectation. There's levels of expectation.
Yeah, definitely.
You've done.
Yeah.
Bayesian says,
you talk like that, you get dealt with.
Bayesian.
Yeah, level of expectation, Matt, is what I'm saying. I think there's still expectation. There's just levels of expectation.
Bayesian Pop says the other thing taking account is the 1 year anniversary of Klopp's mum's passing. So yes, that's another thing as well.
Yeah, for real.
And big up to Klopp on that one as well.
Definitely.
Genie Houdini says, fellas, how long did it take your current favorite players on the team to become your favorite player, and what was the moment? Oh, good.
My
question.
current favorite player is Mane, and it was from when he played at Southampton.
I don't
Bobby for me was when we drew 2-2 with Arsenal.
Matt even remembers because we was having a conversation and was in Hyde Park and it was a mad sunny day, and Matt was like, "Look how happy Jiff is."
Yeah.
I was like, "Of course, but we just got Mane and Ronaldo. But I'm over the moon. I feel like Klopp read my mind."
I remember thinking, could we have gone and got better though? I thought they were good, but I thought if I'm being honest, I don't really have a favorite player, if I'm being genuinely honest.
I'm being
genuinely honest because everyone thinks
I need that meme
Keita.
now. Like
everyone thinks Keita is my favorite player. I just stick up for Keita. He ain't my favorite though. I stick up for Keita. I love Keita, but I don't know. He's not my favorite. Like I've got a few favorites, man. I'm just keeping it real.
Name one then, Matt.
Sadio. And people will be shocked about that because you criticize him. Do you know when I knew Sadio was the guy? Is that goal against Arsenal? And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I even thought for 1 second that maybe we should have tried to get someone better. Swear to you.
I can't remember if you rang me or I rang you, but I remember we spoke and I was like, I told you.
Yeah, no, you called me and I was going sick. And I remember the missus is like, "What are you shouting for? You're making up so much noise." Well, I remember like it's
which goal was better in that game? Coutinho's free kick or Mane's goal?
Mane's. Have to slightly edge it because what Mane done.
Coutinho's free kick was about 40 yards out.
That's a tight one. I'm not even going to.
You know what's so mad? Coutinho's goal.
He's about 8 foot tall in goal as well.
Bro, Coutinho's goal compilation is one of the fakest compilations you will see in recent memory. That goal for Mane, I don't know how many people are scoring it in today's game now.
Yeah, no, there's not many.
Are you forget? Man got the ball, and I've never seen acceleration like that, yeah? But the way he burned the two of them, then does the little sidestep.
I love the way he chopped inside and took two men out the game, right?
Bro.
And then the left foot finished in the top corner.
You just saw Coutinho doing this.
But bro, Coutinho's free kick was disgusting though, bro.
Yeah. It was crazy.
You can't get more top bins. Like you can't put it more in the top corner from like 35 yards or whatever it was. It was mad.
And for people asking about the Naby Keita thing, I saw his debut. Obviously, me and Drift went to the game, and I remember I was like, "Yeah, he's the guy." So that's another one of my favorites. Yeah, Naby Keita.
You know, Cal. You know when somebody grabs you hard. Like grabs your arm hard.
Yeah, we know this, fam.
Don't play in hair drift. Like I've come home certain times, I've taken off my top, and the missus is like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I don't want to speak about it.
Matt did that to me.
His house, yeah, babe, I don't want to speak about it.
Bro. I probably had a bruise on my arm, and I didn't even know. Like when Naby did that 360 pirouette in the Palace game on his debut, or the West Ham game, whichever one it was. The way Matt gripped me up.
This is the guy, fam. This is the guy. No, I'm not gonna lie. Naby's my guy. Not everyone knows Naby's my guy. Listen, Naby, Mane, I've got a few, but yeah, man. Like, if I don't stick up for Naby, I know. Listen, it don't look like Klopp is right now. I love Klopp, but you got.
You know what? Speaking of Naby, because I might forget by tomorrow. I was telling you, look, yesterday. Naby, for Guinea, is an absolute monster. He's a captain, a leader. He's tackling. I'm looking at him. I'm like, that ain't the player that plays for Liverpool. When he puts on that Guinea shirt, I don't know what changes in him. Is it like Clark Kent into Superman or something? He puts on that top, and he ain't the same guy anymore. I've never seen him beat people when he plays for Liverpool. I've never seen him get aggressive. I've never seen him shouting at people on the opposition team or his team. I'm like, raw. What? Because when I saw him with the armband in the lineup, I remember thinking, that's got to be the most quiet captain in the world.
Hear me out.
Oh,
especially you. Just hear me out. No, hear me out.
Are you really gonna? Yeah, go on.
Could it be that he's a big fish in a small pond there?
I can't believe he just did that.
He is a big fish in a
No,
small
but
pond,
I
but
don't
he's
think
definitely Guinea's best player.
Name me another Guinea player, Matt.
Cater. The goalkeeper.
I know you know, but all right. Name me another one.
Aha.
Name me another one. Who does Cater play for? Who does a goalkeeper play for, Matt?
I don't know who he plays for. I don't know who he plays for. I know they got another goalkeeper called Cater though. What it is this year. Obviously, we know he's their main player, but I think it's unfair to do that because what you're doing is you're basically saying because the other players ain't great, he's kind of like stand out more, which is kind of true. But at the same time, though, bro, if you're carrying a team, no matter how good they are, you're doing something right. No matter whether the team's great or it ain't that great, because you've got a level of responsibility where everyone
I'm not saying that, but in terms of what Drifty's saying, in terms of we don't see that aggression, we don't see him shine at others and all that, is that because his personality is dwarfed in comparison to others in the team? So when he's
Maybe
no one can really talk to him like that.
Do you know what it is?
He's allowed to do that.
There's a few factors. I didn't want to get into. I'll make it as quick as possible. Few factors, yeah. I don't think he gets that full love from Klopp. Whereas obviously when he's at his national team, he's Naby Keita, he's the guy. Secondly, he could put on a masterclass, so to speak, or have a very good game. He's still fit for the next game. Klopp won't pick him. Case in point, Chelsea. Not only that, I also believe the way he's asked to play at Liverpool is very different to Guinea. When he's at Guinea, he's asked to drive with the ball, take the game over. At Liverpool, it's more so you need to play within the system and choose your moments. And if you don't choose your moments carefully, you make mistakes, you kind of get dropped. Whereas for Guinea, he's always going to play no matter what. So I do think there's a few factors. And if you ask me, bro, for a long time, a lot of us, especially this season, have been complaining about the midfield of Milner, Henderson, and Fabinho. I remember when I think I was saying to you guys on the phone, we so badly lack from a technical perspective.
Yeah.
It's actually, you just want to cry. Like Henderson, Milner, and Fabinho is not putting fear into anybody from a technical perspective. You see, if I said to you though, Fabinho, Naby Keita, and Thiago, if they're all fit, Klopp still won't even play it. But that's the most technically proficient middle three that we have that could keep the ball and run a game. And I don't know why Klopp won't do it. So you can only imagine Naby Keita does probably feel a bit upset when we saw the double pivot of Fabinho and Thiago fit, and he was fit, and he's still not picking him. So you know what I mean? There's a few things, bro. There's a few things, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Andre made a good point as well. The language barrier. He doesn't have the greatest English, so maybe when he's in his native tongue,
He's
it's a lot
right
easier
now.
for
He's
him.
doing the not I'm about to say advert. He's doing like the little things on YouTube now with man.
No, he's not crap, but obviously, like you can tell when he's speaking in his native tongue, that might make it easier for him to express himself and feel more confident in that way as well. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, you understand, yeah? We've got a player that's there, and I know he does get injured, but he doesn't get utilized enough, man. He don't get utilized enough, if you ask me.
Naby's going to leave Liverpool and it would have been a complete anomaly. And no one will really be able to figure out how we feel, what we should judge, or what the situation is. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? But he's a different guy for Guinea, though, I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely.
Iniesta was in this team, he would hoof balls like Hendo. He wouldn't hoof balls like Hendo. He really wouldn't. Ash says Brazilians in European football: Firmino goals and assists 244, Ronaldinho 245, R9 279, and Neymar 305.
I feel like that one is for Callum.
Why is that for me, Drew?
I'm not sure. He made
200?
sure he left Neymar till the end. So
I think that's more.
He was going in order of numbers.
Bobby. I don't know. I don't even know what he's trying to. I think he's trying to make out that how great Bobby is. I'm guessing.
I think it just shows all four of them are great. Once again,
yeah, but it was more trying to point out, like, look at the two at the end, but look how Bobby's numbers kind of compare.
Maybe you're right. Maybe Ash was trying to give the credit to Bobby there.
Drifty was trying to get at me. That's what really was. Kezi says Jota needs more support from midfield. He don't play through the middle at all. He's not used to eating off scraps like Salah and Mane, in my opinion.
He must have had scraps at Wolves.
Rod sent you a message on Twitter, Matt. Big up, Rods.
Oh, big up yourself, Rod.
Shaka says, I beg we stop with Milderson. That's captain and vice captain. Yeah, that's true. To be fair, but it's just I think it's because it's catchy, isn't it?
No, you know what? He's got a point. Why am I disrespecting two great players by morphing them together like that? For real.
Nisa says, "Hey lads, great win today. Something to keep a smile on my face after what hit my little motherland in Pacific Tonga with the tsunami and volcano. Yes, bless up with that, man. Thoughts and prayers to you and the family. Big up, hope you and the family as well. So right back at you, brother.
Yeah, man. Even though that is a really bad thing. At first, I thought he said something hit his mum. I was going to say, oh, shit.
Yeah. Same.
But, yeah. No, but still, yeah. Big up, man.
Musa says, you man watch AFCON, Naby spliffed Mane's team. Yeah, we're just speaking about that. Man of the match again. Ash says, imagine Elliot, Thiago, and Naby in games like Brentford and Norwich. That's what we would be doing. Hopefully we get them fit soon and actually see it. Agreed.
Ash is confirming he was more bigging up Bobby's numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah.
Hear that drift? Messi FC says, if Iniesta was in his team, he would set volleys for Taki. How Hendo wasn't dropped after Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea, I'll never know. You're gonna have to speak to Klopp about that one.
Yeah, but then again, he played all right today, so at least maybe he's played himself into a little bit of form. Hopefully, he can continue it on Monday.
It's the message it sends to the rest of the team, no drift. And this is what I've been saying. If someone plays bad and they constantly get a game, it sends a bad message to the rest of the team.
I hear that, but I think, even though I don't necessarily think it should always be the case, I think a captain kind of can get an exception because you are the captain.
Not in my opinion.
No, I think so, because there's a special dispensation for being the captain, and sometimes, it gives you that.
I think everyone gets treated the same.
Because come on, let's be real. If Joe had 3 or 4 bad games in a row, no one's saying drop him for.
But he didn't, Drew. That's the thing.
No, but if he did not, I don't remember his whole career, but there might have been times when he did. But no one would have turned around and said drop him.
Well, who would we have dropped him for?
If Roy Keane had 3 or 4 bad games in a row, no one would have turned around and said drop him.
If them man didn't, bruv.
No, we don't remember. Come on, man, we're not going to remember. They probably did. I doubt anybody went through their career without having a couple bad games.
Everyone had bad games, but not 3, 4, 5 in a row. We talk about the elites of the game,
Henderson only had 2 bad games in a row. It was like, let's not exaggerate.
Who, Hendo?
It wasn't like 5 games. He didn't have 5 bad games in a row. Come on.
I may agree to disagree on that one still. All right. When we back tomorrow, where I'll be batting away Coutinho and Minamino stuff. Can't wait till tomorrow's show. That should be fun.
That Klopp face is legendary. I don't care, fam.
It's goated.
It's goated, facts.
No, look, good 3 points. I think if we hadn't won today, the league definitely Man City's. Now it keeps Man City honest.
Yeah.
Keeps Man City honest. We win our game in hand.
They know they've got this.
We win our game in hand. All we can do from now to the end of the season is keep Man City honest.
Don't we have to win 2 games more? Were we 3 games behind them or 2 games?
We were 2 games behind, so we got 1 more game.
We got 1 game. Leeds is our game in hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying guys, man, you got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going to catch City, I'm just saying I want us to keep it honest. I don't want them to win the league by like 20 points. Like, if we're going to make, if they're going to win the league, like, make it as close and competitive as possible, please. That's all I'm asking. Keep them honest.
No, I agree with that. But at the same time, if they won the league by 2 points or 10 points, they've won the league, innit? So at the end of the day,
I agree, but there's ways to go out, innit? You don't just want to go out.
Yeah.
Like, after the 18-19 season when they won the league drift, we could still come in that season with our head held high because we knew.
Oh no, but we nearly could have won it until the last day of the season. I don't want
us coming out.
No, but that was close, Cal. So what I'm saying is, at 10 points behind, we're not in a position where it's like in our hands in any way, shape, or form. So at that point, I'm like, just make sure you stay in the second and third space and don't get so complacent that form dips so you start being all shit and you're down all like you might not even make top 4 or anything. But now just concentrate on the cups. Like, we got a league game and we got a cup game in the same week. play a stronger team in the league, in the cup. That's what I'm saying. Especially while the league is we're 10 points behind or 11 points behind or whatever we are at the moment. Like, you know.
Jamrock says, I'm ready, Carl. Got the hammer on deck. Big up, Jamrock. Come on. Me and Jamrock becoming a team is like when Stone Cold and Triple H became a team, innit? Like, no one ever expected us to be joint partners, but we're in this now, Jamrock. We're in it. So yes, we will be back tomorrow for obviously our Monday night live show. Either Tuesday or Wednesday for the preview. Obviously Thursday we'll definitely be back. Guys, make sure you check out the members video if you haven't already. Check out that members video. Kop-Ish take over as owners of Liverpool Football Club, and we control the summer transfer market. Let us know what you guys think about the squads that we've assembled, etc. Aspec says Cowie's right. We need to keep them honest so they're not resting key players. So remember, we still compete with them for the Champions League and FA Cup. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't even think about it that deep, but that makes a point.
Yeah, for real.
Jamrock says split those 6 draws to 3 wins and 3 losses. We have 3 more points. Facts.
That's true.
It's the draws that killed us. Every season draws.
Always.
That's why we call a draw a loss, isn't it?
Yes, always our issue.
08-09 was down to draws. 13-14 down to draws.
Yeah.
18-19 down to draws. Right now at the moment down to draws. So
fair trips to Amsterdam, man.
Reading the red light district. I know anything you guys can add before we take the people out.
No, just looking forward to tomorrow. I think tomorrow be joke. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've got the 3 points.
It won't be fun for me. It won't be.
No,
fun
it will be. I'm sure you got your rebuttals already in that, so you'll be fine, bro.
No, I don't. I don't have any rebuttals because it's one game. We played 20 minutes.
You'll be fine.
I can't rebuttal it.
You'll be fine.
He came on and he did really well in the game. I can't rebuttal it. I got nothing to rebuttal.
Yeah, no, he done well.
I'm happy. I'm relieved. I was worried that today was going to be another rant. Like I truly was. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I didn't feel that way before the game.
I thought we would scrape a 1-0 if I'm being honest.
Were you?
I said 2-0 in the preview.
Yeah.
I thought this game was going to be 0-0. I really did. I really thought this game was going to be 0-0. So I'm extremely relieved. I really, really am. I remember, I think me and Matt were still on the phone. Yeah, we was on the phone when Fabinho scored. And about 2 minutes earlier, I remember I was saying to you, Matt, that we've got to capitalize on what we've done because we have played kind of good and we've had a few opportunities. And it's this game becoming the Arsenal match where it's like chance, miss chance, chance, miss a chance, chance, miss a chance. And it was like, they're just going to build in confidence. And thingy said, it was like, when they go in at halftime, they need to go in behind. You can imagine how revigorated they would have felt if they'd have gone in at 0-0. They'd be like, bruh, 45 minutes at Anfield, it's still 0-0. Come on, boys. And they might have come out and they might have been a bit more up for it. But that goal, thankfully, it just put a little bit of a dampener in them. Do you know what I mean? And then we killed it off. So I'm very relieved. Very relieved.
The only way we get a transfer now is by fantasizing about it at the Kopish show.
That's why we do it, bro. We know we're not getting anyone, but we just have fun with it anyway. We ain't even thinking. Edwards is probably on holiday. We ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, Edwards ain't doing anything else as a Liverpool transfer person.
We might as well let him go now. He's got nothing left to do, bro. He's done everything that he was brought in to do.
Facts.
Jamrock says, I'm still peed at Fab for his non-tackle on Jesus for that first game. It was like a hologram, and that first goal for Brentford, wake up, man. Yeah, that's kind of nitpicking though, Jamrock, bro. Like, Fab's had a really good season, in my opinion, so far.
He's been drunk a couple of times.
He's had a few games, don't get me wrong, but like everyone else, though, you know what I mean? He's had a
I'll be honest, he's the first name on the team sheet in midfield.
Yeah.
First name without even hesitation.
If everybody's fit, I'll say that's Thiago.
I still think it's Fab.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
No, after seeing the way we play, bro, I think Henderson could play the 6 if Thiago was playing.
Nah, I disagree.
No, he's done it. He's done it well this season. I know we're not
of Fabinho. Maybe 1 or 2 games here or there.
Yeah, Fabinho and Thiago are Ryu and Ken, fam. Them man.
No, but my point is, if there's a player in your team where
together.
there's somebody else can even half mimic what you do, then it means it's not that bad if he's in that position. There's nobody who can do what Thiago does. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. There's no one in our team that can do what Thiago does.
That's true.
Not even close. So I would say Thiago and then Fabinho for if everybody's fit, who would be my guarantee midfield in terms of order.
Fair enough.
Khalid said, "Did you lot catch Ward free kick the other night?"
Yeah. James, wow.
If you ain't seen it, bro, you're gonna see it and you're just gonna scream, bro.
James, bro, it's crazy.
Crazy,
nuts.
But just put it this way, yeah, he's changed his free kick technique, but it's still a madness.
Yeah, but maybe because of the distance, he said, "I'm gonna do my other technique."
Yeah,
because normally lads do like the instep thing where you put bare whip, bro. This brother said, "Nah, I'm not really on that today, now." I'm
gonna take. Here's my bag. Here's the new.
It was like, do you know what it reminded me of? If I'm being genuinely honest, that free kick brought me back to the days of like Leon Janino, where he's just like, it was like a penalty, and you knew he's just gonna just find the corner, no matter. It's just crazy.
It looks like it's going top bins on one side and then goes top bins on the other side.
But there's no spin.
There's
no spin, fam.
So are we? Because a couple of people in the chat have said, are we going to go as far as to say that currently he might be the best dead ball taker in the world? Then. If you're talking about consistency and you're talking about technique and all that,
he's kind of like in the conversation, but I wouldn't go that far. But do you know what though? It's probably unfair because they don't get many free kicks, maybe, so he doesn't get a chance to think how many free kicks we probably get compared to Southampton because we've maybe got more progressive players and whatnot. It'll be kind of interesting.
So he doesn't. It's not like he gets 3 or 4 in a game, and he just gets one, and then he packs it in, and you're like,
one a game, and he has to make them count. He made this one count to another level. It's crazy.
Even from the under-21s England squad, though, I knew was special at dead balls. He's been a good free kick taker and corner taker.
He's always been. That's his bread and butter.
In the Prem, he's clear. Like in the Prem, it's not even a conversation.
Yeah.
Do you know what's mad, you lot? There's almost an argument if he can handle the step up in quality and pressure that you should play him in England games for if we get free kicks.
Well,
like when you think about it,
I was listening to the Day Trippers and they said they'd bring him in the summer because he's homegrown. Set pieces, we don't have a set piece taker as such or a consistent one. They even said they wouldn't mind seeing him cover Trent at right back at a stretch if like he could take over what Millie does basically.
Yeah, he could take over what Millie does.
He's got the ability to be flexible. Yeah, I definitely agree.
They were saying like at a stretch. Like you see how Millie plays right back at a stretch.
Oh, in that regard, if we had an emergency,
not as a direct.
Yeah.
I believe we should be aiming way higher, but I wouldn't be angry if he was brought in as a little, like if you got one of them kind of windows where, like, like the big boy window where we did Fabinho, Ali,
18-19 season,
and then we just threw Shaqiri in. And even though I was really happy with it, he was like the throw-in, innit? Like, you want a little sprinkles on top of that dessert? All right, there you go. If Ward-Prowse was the sprinkles on top of like Basuma, Rafinha and something else, and then they just threw Ward-Prowse on as the sprinkles, then I'm all for that, innit? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. If I see him out 25 yards out of a free kick, I might start celebrating early, bro.
You what Virgil does, innit? You know when like we're about to go, you just see Virgil do this. Let's go.
Yeah, I might start celebrating early, but you hear the Kop cheering whenever we get a free kick.
Maybe we actually need to put Van Dijk on free kick for a change.
I still don't get it. Why that's never happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's very strange.
Yeah. Aaron, big up Aaron says title done now, boys. Liverpool Chelsea Champions League final. Aaron, I love you, but I don't want Chelsea in the Champions League final. I want you getting knocked out in the next round.
I want you in the Carabao Cup final, but I don't know about no Champions League, mate. No, I don't know. There's got to
be a conversation about Chelsea as well. Still, not gonna lie, Aaron. Not the show for it now, but I was told that the league. This isn't you either, Aaron, but I was told the league is theirs in the summer.
I thought it was. I can't lie.
I did tell you, man. It's been getting slated on the football terrace for it. Drift almost punched me up on here for it. You can't overturn a Pep and a Klopp team in one transfer window. It's impossible. The philosophy is ingrained in our teams.
I knew City would be the team that would probably push them the closest, but I am quite surprised at how much Chelsea have dipped. Like I am. I got to be honest, I am.
They were never going to overthrow both of us in one season.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I knew they'd be good, but yeah.
But look, I'm gonna wrap up for here, guys. We've had over 900 of you for a lot of the show. Please smash the like button. It doesn't cost anything. Just smash the like button, please. Subscribe also if you're new to the channel. There's loads of you guys who watch, and we love you guys for watching. But if you just press that subscribe button, we'll love you even more. As I said, obviously, remember to check out the members video if you haven't already. Aaron says we're miles off. Sorry, Matt, you just brought something on the screen. Was that you, Drew?
Oh, was
No,
that
that
me?
was me. Yeah,
That was to
I
say,
can't
yeah,
remember who it was. I'm just asking the question: Ward-Prowse or Bowen? If it had to be one of those, I'm saying. I guess it was for an English quota thing, and it had to be. Who would you take out?
It's for the position. I'll probably still go Bowen though. I'll probably.
Okay.
Yeah, just to cut because I think
I'd go Ward-Prowse. You know, I think
I
think
wouldn't
he'd
even
add
begrudge
more.
it.
I think he'd add what we don't have, which is the dead balls, and it would mean his corners as well. He could start taking corners as well. Do you know?
But what about we could?
Yeah,
that
all right,
mean
but
we
Drew,
could rest
here's the thing:
Salah,
we
though,
speak about
like,
that. Is Ward-Prowse starting every game for Liverpool?
Nah, he's not starting every game.
All right,
no.
so does his free kick and set piece and ability, as great as it is, kind of become null and void if he's not a regular?
I'm going Bowen.
Yeah, to be fair, but Bowen doesn't play every game either. So
No, but
you're
Bowen's
thinking, what would you, if you do play, what impact would you have? So at least
No,
if
but
he is
it
playing,
gives us the option to like, all right, so you can rest
this
Salah.
is what I was thinking.
You can never rest Salah right now. You know
Stephen actually took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry, I got to shut this
Ward-Prowse
down.
to replace Milner.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I've got to shut this down straight away though, because his contract doesn't end until 2026. That's Southampton.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got, sorry to be the Debbie Downer on it.
How old is Ward-Prowse?
27.
Oh, so he's a good age as well. He's a good age.
2026. He's got 4 years left on his deal.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere unless you want to.
We've got a good relationship with Southampton.
No, we don't, bro. We just
not anymore.
We don't have a good.
No, we got a good relationship with them.
No.
Yeah, after the Van Dijk, after we apologized for the Van Dijk thing, I think we mended it.
I mean, we did sell them Ings, but
yeah, we got a good relationship with Southampton.
Mike Gordon had to speak to them directly after.
Bro, no, Cal just said it. Minamino went them alone. We let them have Danny Ings. We got a good relationship. I think once we fixed the Van Dijk situation, we're all right with them, man.
I'd say, but yeah.
I think we're all right with them. I think if we gave them Oxen 25, 30 mil, they might say yes to Ward-Prowse.
The thing is, Ward-Prowse could go to like a Tottenham and get regular game time, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Arsenal should be looking at him. The Xhaka replacement.
He's not got enough swag.
No, he hasn't. I think they need more.
We play ball.
Bloody hell, we got to be real.
We play ball at Arsenal. We want the intricate football. We don't really care about set pieces. Henry used to do it because he used to do all the other stuff. Gunner logic.
Let's be real. He could probably get in the Man U midfield as well. Ward-Prowse could probably go to quite a few of the other teams, to be fair.
If it's McTominay or Ward-Prowse, I know who I'm picking.
Yeah, it's real, isn't it? He probably could actually go to United, Tottenham, or Arsenal and play first-team football for real.
Put it this way, fact. If Man U kept, well, I don't think they'll keep Pogba, but let's say they went and got a sick DM and they brought Ward-Prowse and them two in the midfield and then Bruno's ahead of them, I think Man U are all right.
As much as I rate Ward-Prowse, though, I can't like his overall. Like he's a good passer with the ball, and I think obviously free kicks it's not even a debate. But I don't know. He's a bit.
He's better than you think, you know, Matt. If you watch a lot of games where they analyze him alone, he makes very good interceptions in midfield, and he's intelligent.
He's intelligent. He's an intelligent, technical player. One thing I will say though is he's athletically he's not the greatest though.
Yeah, he's
so like to get the best out of him in a big team, you'd have to play him, in my opinion, in a double pivot where the person next to him can kind of sweep him, like a bit like the Mascherano Alonso thing. So you got to allow Ward-Prowse to do his thing, but you need someone to kind of not help him along the game, so to speak, but get a good tag team partner. I don't think you could play him as a single person in midfield if you play him DM. You could maybe get away playing him like maybe right-sided, see him in a three-man midfield. Maybe you got the legwork around him. But yeah, maybe. He's decent. He's good.
Jamrock said you need a Ruben Neves and a Zakaria type midfield at United. Yeah, they do. They do.
That combo there works together. That combo.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked a question and I was going to ask it.
That's a good combo.
Forgot what it
That's
was.
combo I'm talking about. Yeah, like you'd need a Zakaria next to Ward-Prowse, I think.
Oh, yeah, this was it. It was from Ondra. The irony after Matt was showing us him yesterday.
Highly.
Yeah, I didn't know much about him, and then Matt has been scouting him for me, and I'm not even gonna lie, the kid looks dangerous. My word,
Highly
18, you said
serious.
Matt he is, yeah?
He's 18,
Yeah,
bro.
he looked naughty. I'm not even gonna lie.
Him
But
and
he's going
18.
Bayern Munich, surely.
He
Him
ain't,
and Ray
yeah,
Arm
would never get him,
Turkey.
bro.
As I said, I'm gonna be banging on about.
Oh, wait, I
Turkey.
saw the. I've got to say, I saw the
Matt,
video.
talk to me, bruv.
Nah, do you know what? First of
He's
all,
a
I don't
mazza,
even.
innit?
I don't even know what foot he is. Nah, big man thing,
Thank you, bruv.
bro.
He's a mazza.
He's crazy. Like
He's
he
a
will be
madman.
perfect for a 3-man midfield under our
Thank
type of setup. Technically gifted, can run with the ball, can beat a
Turkey,
man,
special
both feet. But he's well, I forgot to tell you, he's crazy, you know.
He's
Could you
18.
imagine? Do you know what? Let's just deep it for 1 second. Could you imagine him, Florian Wirtz, and Fabinho in the midfield three? Oh my, bro, the technical elegance of that
Crazy.
three.
No, but
He
with
was-
that work though,
Yeah, because Florian Wirtz does work very hard. Fabinho covers ground. And sorry, what's his name again? I can't. How do you pronounce his name, Cal? Your guy.
Rayan Jerky.
Jerky. Even though I wonder whether defensively he's that great. From an attacking point, he would be the most attacking. But he's still got Wirtz. But Wirtz can do
Shirky
everything.
and Wirtz would leave Fabinho alone a lot.
Don't care. They leave Rodri alone all the time.
No, but I'm
He
just
does-
saying, like, that would, like, you can't leave Flacco that exposed to just be, like, defending
Bro,
by himself all the
You know what
time
it is,
like that.
though? When you keep the ball, that's the thing. Because we're not on City's level where we can keep the ball like that. But if we was able to keep the ball, your DM can kind of be by himself, you know, if you can keep the ball very, very well. It would just
Yeah, of
change
course,
how we
because if
play.
you've got the ball, then nobody can attack you. But
Like
I'm saying
Florian Wirtz, though. Oh my
that I feel
listen.
like that would be too attacking for Klopp's liking a bit.
He'll never do it, man. I mean, he won't even do
We
that
won't even
again.
get them unless you've got 180 mil for both those kids, because they're going to be costing some dumbass
Nah,
money as
Jerky
well.
wouldn't. I told you he's only got 18 months left on his contract.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it?
I know you're going to have to pay about
French-
80 to 100 mil
the
for
money little bit.
Wirtz,
He's
though.
saying Shirky's a winger, but I see him more as a 10 because he's
He
not.
can play both. He can play wide. He's like what Fakir is. He can play wide.
Yeah,
but
because he's
and
not.
he gets older. He'll play central.
Yeah, because he's not explosive like that, even though he can beat his man. That's why I feel like the 10 role suits him perfectly. Because he can just beat. But when I've seen man lick shots with his left and right foot, take corners with left foot, penalties with right foot, I'm thinking,
Man.
what is this? Like, this guy is a machine, fam. I know where Cal found this guy, bro. I swear.
Jamrock says Klopp would never play that midfield. You guys, man.
I know he wouldn't jump. I know, and that's what hurts my feelings.
But
Yeah,
boys,
we keep doing it to ourselves. We can't help it, man.
yeah, for
This-
real. Guys,
Henderson
make sure you
Milner.
join us tomorrow night. Ryan Jerky plays at Lyon, guys. Go check him out. And
Trust me.
Florian Wirtz is at Leverkusen,
Indeed.
along with Musa Diaby, another one.
Hey, there's a few of them out there, bro.
We might as well just try and apply for Edwards' job and see. If
Yeah,
he-
because as I say, we create our own database, fam.
Yeah, for real,
Mm.
for real.
But how you supposed to buy a Mars bar with 10p?
Big up to everyone who's watched. Big up to you, man. Until we're back again, Liverpool with 3 points on and up.
Maybe the one in the celebration.
Oh, Yafu, why you gotta do me like that? Yafu's like the streets won't forget how Matt was gassing Werner. I was gassing him.
We were all gassing Werner.
I
Come
was.
on, let's be
I
honest.
would not deny that. I really
all
thought
gassing
Werner
Werner.
was gonna be the guy. I really did. I'll be
Yeah,
honest
sorry,
with you.
Cal. I
really
know
did.
you're trying to close the show. so.
Sorry.
No. We're all gassing Werner, man. And now, until next time, people, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kop-Ish and we're out. Take care.
Peace.